Please tap and keep taking it up. Kill it. Are they stealing my taps? I think they're stealing my likes. The like is going up and it's dropping down, unless it's my network, which I don't think it is. Maybe, yeah, I can't see it being the network, but whatever the case may be. Most important thing is, oh yes, beautiful deep Greenwich. Got Greenwich. Oh, Greenwich. Is that with a CH? Because if it's with a CH and you're in Greenwich, you said to me when you in London, you let me know, man. Yeah, Greenwich, but oh no, it's not Greenwich. It's not Greenwich that I thought. All right. I'll let you off. You're not in England. You're somewhere in Greenwich Garden. Maybe you can describe that even better. Yes. So keep tapping. I can't really see the tab, so I can see the thing going up and dropping back down again. Share the live to as many people as you can. Let's take this live to 1K. I want to see if it's actually going to touch that 1K. Oh yes, you're not talking. You're not talking Greenwich. Yeah, I know. I mean, I figured it out when I saw the the NISH bits with the W missing in the middle somewhere. Oh yes, 1K. All right, let's just take it to 5K. Let's just share. So let me give you a recap of what's happened. A lot of strange things actually kind of occurred since last Tuesday. This Tuesday actually. So we had a show, and the show is all about. It's like a playful session. It's like looking for two platforms and looking for two personalities. Now, I do freestyle on my platform. Please, let's take it to 1.5K. And the freestyle element is actually that my first guest will have a dialogue with me. And somewhere along the line, I formulate a topic. And as topical as I get, and I know it gets people going, gets people talking, I never want to be controversial, but if I am, I love it, because my eccentricism actually kind of needs a few more qualities within my character to allow people to kind of take me seriously. I'm never a very serious guy. In anything I do in life, because life is just too short. So I don't take life to the height of where you're worried about what people are saying about you. Say what you like, mate. I'm on my platform. I run it the way I want to run it. I say what I want to say. You don't like it, tough. You know what I'm saying? A number of things you can do. You can drop off my platform. You can drop off the window, you can block me. So when I come live and you don't like the way I speak, you don't like what I say, then you don't see me. But I tell you something, you will still hear about me. Latisne wasn't on my platform. Pokyok wasn't on my platform. But they eventually sort of like there were loggerheads yesterday. Aristocrat, I give it to you. You are a very simple man, a very noble man. You have a very gentle nature. And you did a great job yesterday. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard it. Well, I've heard it, but I haven't actually sort of like listened to the audio. And it was magnanimous of you, a gentle giant, to have gone to Latisne's platform, to go and set the record straight. Well, they're just lucky that's not me, because I'll just break the table and I'll just go there and lambast the whole lot of them. Yeah, because you see, I tell you something about the intelligence of human beings. When your personality troubles them, when they can no longer engage intelligently, they delve down the road of deafness, dumbness, down the road of not being able to decipher little tricks, common sense disappears. Please tap and take it to 5K. And when I look at this whole process, Latisne's platform is very suppressive, very, very suppressive. Comfy's platform is very kind of open and allow a free flow, freedom of expression. Yes, I mean, Comfy is, how can I even put it? She's the architect of her own downfall in some cases. But I love her resolve. I love a woman who gets out there, stick with her convictions. She's supporting Baba, and that is it. Now, let's have a look at another factor. Please take the like to 2.5K. You see, I need you to stay with me. Share the lives to as many people as possible, but I want to be able to see the love and the likes going up, the upward territory. I'm going to invite someone like Vengeance, who's a good friend, not. I'm going to invite Vengeance. Okay. And I'm going to invite Latisne himself. I'm going to invite Comfy. Let's see, Comfy. Oh, I can't find her. Maybe she's blocked me. I don't know. She must have, because I give a large when I do. Maybe she's not Comfy anymore. Anyway, let's try official Oloriebi. Official Oloriebi music. Let him speak for himself. You see, they all pretend they don't know the IT guy. If you've been on Justice for Mobile for 20 months and you don't know the IT guy, you know what they call you? Paco Suegbe. If Comfy knows the IT guy and you, Lati, Lori Biscuits, want to come and lie that you don't know who the IT guy is, you even want to lie that you don't know who Aristocrat is. These are these people. They are useless to the cause. Anyway, as I was praising Comfy has her flaws, applauses and minuses and all that kind of stuff. And I think maybe she's moderated herself somewhat. If she has a reflection of that, maybe that she doesn't drag babies anymore. But I tell you something, if you rock Comfy's boat the wrong way, she will drag your unborn generation. As crazy as it is, I kind of like it to a certain extent, because you're going to press the wrong button. Nobody is going to know where the whole thing started. People pick it up and do a snippet, and they sell it to people down the nooks, the corridors, and the grounds of Justice for Mobile. And this is what people have been doing. Cut and paste, mingle and mingle. And I've seen so many mingles and mingles, because I'm the king of sitting on the windows. That's my trophy. I will even clap for myself for being the king of the windows. That's for me. So I sit on the windows, and when I see come from a refactored audio or a refactored video, I know straight away what they're trying to do. And I think if we have to stoop solo, please, let's do this like to 5K, please. I beg, my people. I beg una, good morning, una good afternoon, una good night. We they operate from England. I beg, make una just take this like to 5K for me. Yeah, line of thought. Where was I? And then, yeah, there is oh, thank you so much, Luffy. You need to start your own podcast. Your voice, my voice is sweet. Yeah, I think I'll tell you a very short story, very, very, very short one. So sometimes ago, I went to New York with my wife, and it was a friend's wedding. So we went over. After the whole bits and pieces, we go on a train from New York to New Jersey. And I was just having a quiet chat with my missus and all that kind of stuff. And one of the passengers in front of me said, "Hello, sorry to barge in, all that kind of stuff. I hope you guys don't feel offended. Oh, I just want to show love. Oh, is this your husband, this and that? Tell him and get him to get on the radio. He's got a beautiful radio voice." I know that life has been so busy. And I won't even tell you the rest of it. So it's something that I have actually thought about. Yes, it's something that I think I should do. So, Luffy, the day you find that this happens, you will realize that I'm actually taking that from you. You're beautiful. I love that comment. I love it when people actually sincerely kind of see something and more like make it effective, if you know what I mean. So that's a beautiful one. I love stuff like that. Let's take this to 5K. Let's share to as many people as possible. Yes, thank you so much, Luffy. So as I was saying, comfy. Behind that facade is also sort of like a gentle being. I will say kind of like a gentle kitten. But I think it is just one of those situations where we become a caricature of who we are. Justice for Mohbad has actually allowed you to put on a different robe, a different cap, a different personality. And rightfully so, really, to be honest. It's regrettable, really, to believe that Comfy, although she had a platform and she had a prominent and a huge presence on Latisne's Oloriebe's platform, which was a good union, because the only thing really is when Karimo came into the picture. I think at that point in time you would have actually thought that Comfy became somehow uncomfortable. She's no longer the one to be listened to, and I don't know whether there's been a little bit of misunderstanding already between Latisne and Comfy at the time. But I know Comfy was prominent. Another lady or skinny lady, God's whatever, whether it's God's protection or devil's protection, was Comfy's number one general, empress. Empress. Actually, let's look at the female equivalent of an empress. I'm sure I have it somewhere. I will find it eventually. So, in the on Latisne's platform, it's unfortunate there are no gladiators, there are no emperors, there are no generals. Latisne's platform just breeds kind of Latisne, his face, Olori, Onile. Onile is not quite a moderator. It's more like Onile is like a songbe. In Nigeria, you go to the mosque, and Latisne will be the Afar. And what's his name? Onile will be songbe. So they say, "Àwọn Afar wa," and then Latisne will say, "Ẹ kú àbọ̀ sí orí ètò yìí," and then Onile will say, "Bẹ́ ṣe ń gbọ́ ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa, bí àwọn bàbá wa ṣe sọ, ẹ káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò yìí, àwọn ọ̀gá wa, àwọn bàbá wa Latisne náà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀." So it's amazing when you come across this whole process where every member of the congregation is deaf. Same thing happen in churches sometimes and all that kind of stuff. So in Baba Mobad's situation, they what they call them again? Stinking stinkers. So there's Joseph Aloba who speaks, and there's Ish Talk who translates. But Ish Talk is a foolish man who misinterprets what Joseph Aloba is saying to his own suit. And I don't know why you are interpreting what Joseph Aloba is saying. People who are listening to him don't understand their English better than Joseph Aloba. So if Joseph Aloba is speaking English, even the illiterates in the market who don't speak English and only speak pidgin will understand what Joseph Aloba is saying anyway. So now we did the show on Tuesday. Please take the likes up. Please take the likes up. 2.5k is not good at all. Let's take it up to 5k. So so you look at the process, and Aristocrat said what he had to say, and you see the irony of this, because I said yesterday, if you don't have a sense of irony, you will never have a good sense of humor. And people said I set up the show to discredit Aries. I never did. I never planned it on the fly. I came up with that slogan and I thought, let's go for it. And I engineered it appropriately. I did it in a very sequential manner. I did it in a very thoughtful way. And it was presented to people to be open, to be gentle, and just speak their minds. And that is exactly what people did. And I think that Aristocrats' insight kind of troubled the waters on which Latisne's boat was sailing. And then obviously, what's his name again? Pokyok picked it up. Pokyok, who's not been prominent. Pokyok, who has a brain of a maggot, who can use his imagination to do anything useful in his life on Justice for Mohbad, finally found something to lash onto. And that turns out to be Aristocrat's submission, on which he took a snippet that worked for him and then used that to tease Latisne. Yes, Latisne reacted to it. I saw Latisne as a fish, as a tilapia, with no spine, just a soft bone. I never actually thought he's that emotive to have actually reacted the way he did. It's good to know ourselves. It's good to know that few teasers, in the jungle sometimes can actually get people to react, overreact, or whatever the case may be. Anyway, shenanigan ensued. They did what they have to do. And we are where we are today. And I'm thinking, okay, don't come up if you have to leave this platform and go and apologize to Latisne if I invite you. Do not come up if you leave this platform and go and apologize to Comfy. And that is the bait, that my disclaimer. Two personalities today. Who is vengeance? Very combustible, inelastic comrade. Very explosive personality. But I will suppress him. This is the IT guy. I'm a Leo. And I swim in the lava of the volcano. And when I come out and you see the gleam in my eyes, if I kind of more like direct the gleam of my pupil in your direction, that will pierce through your system and burn you into blazes. That's how I operate. Yes, what it says is if you can't stand the heat, don't come into my kitchen. I don't know. These guys are restricting me on this session. The like is not going up. So if you guys are tapping, I can't even see Jack going on. Hello, Phoenix. Give us some lights. Give us some power. You know, in Nigeria, they say give us some lights. NEPA don't take light. I don't know. I don't see it as light. It's electricity that powers everything, not just light. The only problem is when NEPA carry light go, it will be the middle of the night. Waiting go come happen be say by the time NEPA carry power come, it will be afternoon. So all the lights where suppose they on or where they on at night when NEPA carry light go, you come say I'm in the afternoon, you come jump up NEPA. Before you jump up and jump down, NEPA carry light go again. By the time they do it 2 or 3 times, your transformer don't perforate with that bola. At the end of the day, no light for the next 2 weeks. Landlord association come out. They come talk say, make we contribute money. Go fix transformer. Hey, funny landlord come out talk say, we dey okay oh. If we dey chop for night and NEPA carry light, our hand know where the plate dey and our hand know where the mouth dey. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, that's Nigeria as you know it. Oh, I love seeing all the 3.2k people are tapping and sharing. Just share and tap. Okay, let's carry on again. Paparano is obsessed with comfy because Paparano is looking at that chest and thinking, oh, I like some of that. But that's Paparano's prerogative. That's his own taste. So comfy will say, Asho poto yi, Asho levibo. Latisne will say, pepesne, Latisne, pepesne, Jackisne. 10%, 10%. So when you look at it, Comfy makes content. She's brilliant at that, I will say, because she do it to the best of her ability. And I'm sure she monetizes in that process. And actually, she's doing well for herself. And I think if everyone is actually gifted in that department and see it, deem it fit to be the way forward, why not? What who is Latisne? Pepesne? How gifted is he? Latisne is just like I would say the very dull version of Supreme Iron Lady. Supreme Iron Lady, to anybody's imagination, is a very vibrant, very bright woman, very logical in her thinking, very educated, and stands by her own resolve. Just imagine if Supreme Iron Lady is 100, Latisne will be minus 100. It's a very dull man with no imagination who sits down there on his potty shitting all day in there. Because if you sit down there for that period of time and we can see you visibly, there's no 2 ways you'll be weeing and shitting just on the same potty. It gives us an impression that at 5 o'clock it's time for him to switch off, or 6 o'clock or whenever, and all that kind of stuff. Whichever beer parlor is going, I've got people on his tail, and I know his favorite pub that he goes to after he finishes his show. Although he gives an impression he's going to go and do Uber or whatever the case may be. But my guys on the ground, touching my nose, tap, tap. Let's keep it real. Yeah, he's going to his favorite pub, his favorite Nigerian Ishewu joint. to go and relax after he's taking 10% of all the donations on his platform. And he's collected lions. Meow! He's collected a wedu. I've never seen them give him lion. All they give him is a wedu on his platform. They give wedu just as Eba mi be won, Eba mi bebe, Eba mi be alasheju ko je lori aye se, Eba mi be won. Latisne, Pepesne, you are a disgrace to Justice for Mohbad. You should open your platform with 2 accounts, one for Justice for Mohbad, one for engaging with the Talikanas, whatever way that actually upset you. Is it the Talikanas or the Talikas and the Talakas and all that kind of stuff? It is someone's opinion and their informed opinion based on their observation that a very high percentage of people that operate on your platform are illiterate. They cannot say they are not. And it is not anybody's fault that you guys did not go to school. So when you get to the age of 60, the age of 65, and you cannot string a sentence in English together, and you open your platform and you speak vernacular in terms of Yoruba, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Maybe you guys are traditionalists. Maybe you guys just love your culture so much. Maybe just that's how you guys do your thing. We have people in your platform engaging with us or going other platform. They cannot engage because they can't speak English. They go to a platform, they will say this English is too much. Now, if someone dutifully comes and describe your platform as it is, what's your gripe? What's your gripe, Latisne? What is your education qualification? Did you finish secondary school? What is the educational qualification of people on your platform? If we put it all together and put percentage to it, do we have 1% of the people on your platform to have obtained degree? Let's give it 5%. And those 5% themselves, when they engage and they speak, even when they speak in English, you can see that they are speaking it with tribal mark on their cheeks. Tribal mark in their voices. So if you are an illiterate, there's nothing wrong with it. Collect the accolade and be proud of being illiterate. So if people want to engage with you and you think, oh, then let them drop it down to the simplest English and get on with it. Why are you being so aggressive and ingratifying to a point where you are not appreciative that someone called you your name? It's like someone saying Lati, whatever your surname is, and then they give you your accolade, Latisne, Pepesne, and we know that's who you are. And, they said something about what is that thing again? Something about I'm trying to figure it out again. That you into music and all that kind of stuff. So you pick up your people. Anyway, it could be on Facebook, any app. It could be on the Green app. It could be anywhere that you kind of, see someone with talent and you do your stuff and all that kind of stuff. The way you carry yourself is wrong. You have everybody since the inception. Let's go back to 20 months ago. We were divided. Straight line, straight division. Some people supporting the widow, who they believe is about to be ostracized and about to be cheated. And on the other side, everybody else who believe that Joseph Aloba is the only man seeking justice for his family. We're all supporting Joseph Aloba, whether you are Paparano, whether you are IT guy, whether you are Aries, whether you are Oloriebi, whether you are Comfy, whether you are Ish, whether you are Honorable Pokyok, whether you are BioBillions, whether you are Westo, whether you are Arifa, whether you are Veron, what? Bumbleclat. And there's a reason why the scope for you guys to rogue us, you Joseph Aloba, to steal that much money, 70 millions and running, and for you, Aries, to have deceived everybody with your underground system, whilst Latisne, on the other hand, will use his platform to raise money and take all the percentages. So when it comes to monetization and money flying, Latisne is a Dangote of J4M when it comes to monetization and profiting from the death of a 26-year-old. Him and his entire illiterate bunch of talikawas. So, if something is wrong with your nerves and you think I'm a kind of guy that is apologetic to thieves like you, Latisne, Pepesne, official Olori Ebi, music and production and whatever nonsensical name you put yourself, the stupid position you put yourself with your talikawas, you engineer the process. I don't know how much you benefited from it. When Comfy was dragging Liam, you were encouraging it. When Karimo came to Justice for Mohbad, you were there with your Ori Igbekere, smiling like a child that they locked up in a sweet factory that did not even know he's going to be shitting his ass all day the following day. Beaming from left to right. You are an engineer of fracas. You are an engineer of division. You are a shameless man who doesn't have any iota of integrity, because it's on your platform that everything changes. It's on your platform that 70-30 happens. It's on your platform that you collect 10-20% of money that is being donated. It is on your platform that you will not allow proceeds to go directly into people's individual accounts. And then you are angry that Pokyok, rightfully so, is tagging you and poking you. I'm even surprised you're not a pig, because you've lost your integrity from the day you saw money on Justice for Mohbad. You dragged Mohbad. You dragged Abosede. You spent hours, months, dragging the mother of the person that the whole lot of us are clamoring behind this unusual, suspicious death to find justice for. If Mohbad was in coma and there's a possibility that it will come back one day, will you be part of a process that is instrumental in dragging his mother? So if Mohbad right now, his soul hasn't actually rested as it should, are you not part of the people that are disturbing the dead when Mohbad, alive, before his demise, 72 hours, 1 week, hours before, what was my guy doing? He was setting up a shop for his mother. They've set up all this stuff. They're going to get it kitted and all that kind of stuff. Latisne, do you pray that you find someone like Mohbad to do something what Mohbad was about to do for his mom before his a sudden death? Do you pray to have children that can do that for you? Because I think that if children in your life can ever do that for you, you won't sit inside that God-forsaken dungeon that you put your studio in. Pray that your children do something great in life so that when you are seriously in that pampas, they will look at you or just dump you into old people's home. Truth be told, so if you want to engage, let the devil bring you up here and come and engage with me. Then you will know that your nemesis has been waiting for you for a while. Your nemesis has got a brain of elephant. Your nemesis is posterity that will remind you of all your shenanigans, and in the days of your grandchildren will replay all the nonsensical fabric on which you actually place your household, your life, and your future on. So if aristocrats come to your platform to come and engage with you in all solemnness, and it comes in peace, I come with brimstone fire and any form of daggers that I can use to knock you down for being so, for being so irrational, being so such a narcissist, and your megalomania and your delusion of grandeur makes you believe that you are a king, so supreme, surrounded by all those women that have dropped all their period pants since they stopped doing their period, on your table, on your head, on your ass, and everywhere around where your iroro, where your common sense lies. Take the like to 5K, my people. He's gonna get it. Comfy again. Yeah, I think Karimo on the other side doesn't do herself justice, really, to be honest. Karimo is the case of a lost soul. Karimo is more like a carcass of a dead animal, and the shadow you see there is a shell with absolutely no lacaille, absolutely nothing in there supreme to God, nothing in there of such of a living spirit, but a dead soul, a corpse walking in the making. But for what it's worth, she doesn't know her place. And that Karimo is Latisne's daughter. Someone Latisne borrowed his brain, his platform to, that nearly made him senile. And I think at some point when he could not take it anymore, even the idiotic comrades sitting on Olori Ebi Latisne Pepesne's platform, they were calling, addressing auntie, mommy. Karimo becomes Latisne's mommy. And because they are sharing money and giving him 10K every hour and all that, and he's making 10% from it. Shameless egos. So anyone who finds you, bring you here, you come up and come and engage with me. I don't run nowhere. I'm never apologetic. And if I've ever apologized to you, I take it back. If I've ever apologized to you, it would have been a sense of irony. It would have been me teasing you. You haven't done anything to me and I haven't done anything to you. But if I ever apologize to you and you feel good about it, I take it back. So go up the highest lofty height that you can get and take a jump and dismember. So if you're looking for apology, I'm coming. If you're looking for apology, go back. Yeah, you're not gonna get it. There's some people see apology as a height to hide their deficiencies. People with low self-esteem get praised openly and they jump for joy. Oh, the IT guys apologized to me. No. If you think about it, you realize that you offended me. And ironically, I was the one that was civil enough to disturb your life, disturb your mind, and give you a rogue apology. See, that's when the brain is not functioning, you know? And as for the ones that love blocking, it's no point pretending. You will block the IT guy. After blocking the IT guy finish, you go and create a fake account. And then you come to IT guy's platform. And you use your fake account to record the IT guy. We have to celebrate these e-goats. E-goats and she-goats. Can you imagine? How did you know Africa? The IT guy said something about you. Oh, they told you. How did you know? You blocked him. But you even picked it up before anybody factored the video out there. Wasteful, numbskull, nerdo goat, God-forsaken, walking corpse, dead individuals, shenanigan reading aficionados, the Dawoku and the Talakawas. And I love the Talakawas and the Tuareg situation. Latisne will be one of those kind of people, a Tuareg that actually sort of like dwell in a northern part of the African region. We go from Nigeria to Cameroon to Ghana to Mali with his Gololites. And there we just go for every city and every town they get to. They will mingle with the local comrades, go and steal food, go and steal gold, and and then come and give it to Oloriebi. Oloriebi will sell it along the way and get 10%. I want weary Olori plastic, empty skull. Everyone tap, lost 6 level. So, yes, it's going to be. Nobody's gonna come up if I say choose between Latisne and Comfy. And I then mention vengeance. I mentioned vengeance on one side. Who else am I? And Ishak and vengeance. I want more Baba. Unashamedly is to look for how they're going to score points with Oloriebi. Feel sorry for you, Oloriebi, because where they can't find anyone and anywhere to take their shenanigans to, you become the scapegoat. You know why you become a scapegoat, Oloriebi? You are a weakling. Wow! You are spineless. Wow! Yeah, because we're a very stupid man with no integrity, no iota of common sense in you, and because you worship money to a point of no returns, and you cannot just bring yourself back to control your herds and your people. All the people that can shake my phone, they start shake my phone on your own, from your platform. Latisne, Oloriebi official production. You are Mr. Comrade, Emperor, General, Pepesne, Caucasus. What's the last one I want to give you? Shenanigan, Sakamaje, Dowry Wanru, Shepe fún bàbá wọn, Shepe fún ìyá wọn, Shepe fún bàbá Mohbad, Shepe fún Muyiwa, Shepe fún Gurexi. You are Comrade Fraka, Major General, the Emperor of Fraka. And that's who you are. The earlier you get it, the earlier you reshape yourself, the earlier you collect yourself, the earlier your comrades, your aficionado, your fellowship, your follower, and your congregation realize that you're only going to lead them to doom, the better. Thank you, the IT guy. You're just so real, and you say it as it is, and you don't give a bomb or ass flats. Yeah, I'm not civil, I'm not English, because I'm a Yoruba man. My parents hailed from Agowoye. So we are the Ijebus who don't take nonsense. No nonsense. from any Olori Benkere, Latisne, Lati empty score. So if something emanates from my platform and you deem it fit to allow the engagement with your caucuses in your pits of hell to affect my panelists, my supreme loyalists, you have me to answer to, and I don't give a hoot whether someone is come to engage with you or not. I don't have delegates, and I don't have diplomats, and I don't have anyone that is going to go out there to go and say, this is Olive Branch. Wow! We are supreme. We say it, we mean it. If you don't like it, take a word, take a jump. Yes, we beautiful people are from Agowe. The Ogun State University, we know where it is. We know how supreme we are, how educated and enlightened we are. Before they actually thought, you know what, you guys are just too good. You guys need to be celebrated, and we're just going to ensure that the university stays in the confines of where the produce of it is made names across the globe. Doctors, scientists, psychiatrists, IT guys, and various other sectors where winners and champions are Nigerians. We love Nigeria. We love Ogun State. And we love Agowoye. We love these things. So, who is going to be brave enough to want to come up? Let's take the K. The K likes to 5.5K. My supreme listener. You are my in-law. That's it. You see, we also a generation of the baby boomers. We love big family. We love big association. We love connection of enclaves. We love our community-based and supportive mechanism. We love the process where we celebrate ourselves, Ijebode, Agowoye, Shagam, and various other Odogbolu and all these places. You know, you put all these places together. You're traveling from Lagos, you get to Shagamu, Ijebode, Agowoye, and all this. You know, we are just too good. Yoruba, Ijebu people are just too supreme. You know, if you don't blow your trumpets, who's gonna blow it for you? If you can't blow your trumpet, who's gonna blow it for you? You do it yourself. Yes. All right, let's get this whole thing going. And the only people that can come up, I want my number one guest to be someone as wicked as me. And there's only one wicked individual in the house. Comment section, if you are wicked and you want to come up to be my first guest, indicate in the comment section, because I'm not even sure whether the comment section is working, because I just can't see anything commenting in there yet. If you are very wicked and you're wicked and you want to be my first guest, be a man, be brave, be strong, you know, just kind of get your ammunitions ready to fire on all cylinders. Come up, speak your speak, and let God Eledumare forgive you, for you know what you are talking about. For you've embraced the power of the Supreme One at the top. Eledumare, get the power, get endowed, and come out and say it as it is. Yeah, there's a lot of them here. Fake accounts, recording where applicable, taking it anywhere. I'm your Don Daddy. I'm your nemesis. Because I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to say it the way it is. You're not going to like it. That's not my problem. This is a free world. Oh my God. Akpekpe, akpa, akpa, akpa. For the first time ever, I have my supreme brother who probably will be duetting with me for a bit, although it's not a duet. Akpakpa. Welcome to the IT guys Palata from.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
I love to hear your voice
Ah,
on my
good
platform.
afternoon, sir.
I love the amplification of your voice. I love the kind of acoustics, because it's like you, even if you're using a mic or a speaker or whatever, I love the acoustics. A very good afternoon to
Thank
you,
you. Thank you very much.
my brother from another mother, because we can do shenanigans. We've fallen out before, but we made up anyway. So we're not going to dwell on the fact that
Yeah,
loggerheads in the past. We don't enter Kuraku before together. We don't do that
exactly.
close. But one thing is we can all be forgiven for being civil, for being brothers, for being sisters. And I think in the League of Men, you quickly forget about what the shenanigan is all about, and you just get on with life. Because yesterday be yesterday, today is a different day. And the people have said it to in the past said, oh, he's bipolar, this, and I'm thinking, look, if you kind of think someone is a narcissist and you think someone is bipolar, you will have to be technical, you will have to be a doctor, you will have to be something of that sort of nature. There has to be something scientific to that level for you to be able to kind of think that. Now, my screen is a bit dula dally. I think I can see more comment section than what can I say? More comment section than anyway. It doesn't matter as long as we can hear ourselves. That's my view here at the moment. Okay, let's take it away. Who wants to be my first guest? I think I'm going to be fair. I'm going to make it Akpakpa. Akpakpa, my friend, my
Okay.
brother. Let's take it. Let's
Good.
take it. Let's
Good
take it.
afternoon, sir.
And before you do you want to
Uh,
participate in this process?
yeah, I will do. I will do. But I also have my. I have something to say. But
Oh yeah,
first of all, let me
go for it.
participate.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
I think I will choose Latisne because Latisne is being rain. I will accept Latisne for coffee. Coffee is just trying to how will I say it? It's like put too much emotion. Coffee want justice, but he put too much emotion. So he used more sentiment as in he followed the view. Coffee is working for the view. He's just working for the view. Anywhere belle face na coffee be. So na him.
So are you
And second,
go on. I'll leave you to
yeah.
just
And secondly, I don't know why you guys are scared to come up. I don't know why, but you guys have to take it as this is part of the cruise. Because if Latisme is doing his things, he down one 1992. If you coffee they do it in 1992. So if you had Timar they do it in 1990 they do now the way we reason. Now go do it. So everybody get their opinion. So I don't know why you guys are being scared, don't want to come up. Because nobody really dey pay my house rent. I go talk am as e be. So for my last word, that is from Mr. Atima. Mr. Atima, which of the drink you dey drink? Na vodka you dey drink or na gogoro or na just normal
well,
root na
I
you dey
will
drink? Which one you
I
dey
will
drink?
okay,
Thank you, sir.
let me enlighten you a little bit about that. So, when I'm upset about something, or I'm really angry about something, and I really want to get it out, I can go from 100 to 1,000, and then if I push it, I can go to from zero to a billion, and that's when I'm irate. So, in terms of my poison, it depends. I think if I really want to go to the top of hit the zenith very quickly, and I want to get on the Stargate and get into the Hobbit very quickly, it will be vodka and Red Bull.
I see it. I see it, but I'll tell you the truth, Daddy. The vodka is not good for you. You have to stop because
Oh no!
I don't know where the
The
spirit
last
they call
time
is too much.
On Tuesday, I was on nothing
Yeah.
except for coffee only. Well, I said to you, if I have to, and that will be later in the day or in the evening. But I was on coffee, and my caffeine works for me. But if I want to hit that height, I don't need to engineer my system with anything. I will get there instantly. Do you get it? So that's that about that. But if I have to engage, sometimes if I go out to a party, it could be more like a VSOP brandy, neat. Sometimes with just one ice in it, and then just mellow. And it could be a situation where I could be on Guinness. I don't do lager, but I do stout. So it depends, you know what I'm saying? It depends, you know. And mellow in the evening, during the week, if I just want to have a glass of red, you know, a glass of house red or stuff, you know, I will go for yellowtail. I love my yellowtail in different derivatives. I love the Malbec. Even Malbec, when you kind of open a Malbec, swing the bottle top open, allow it to kind of infuse a little bit and kind of warm up to room temperature. Get the glass ready. After about 15-20 minutes, get a gobble into it. You know, when you kind of want to pour the wine as if you want to pour the entire wine out, and it goes whoa. The first gobble sound that comes out of it, reach it back, and then it kind of infuses with you get a chocolatey kind of aroma at that point in time, and then you can kind of roll that around your nose, swivel around just your tongue with a little bit of sip, try it around a little bit, let it simmer, and then just gulp that one down and then simmer with the rest of it and then share that across the table, and just, you know, that just kind of gives you a balance. It tempers your mood to a point where you say, wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, so we can do the food, we can do the drinks. So yeah.
But so some of the comment section, some will be taking this question to the other side. Say maybe I want to disrespect Mr. Atima. I don't want to disrespect him. That's senior man.
Let me
but what I'm trying to say.
Let me guide you. Let me guide you. This is how we did it on Tuesday. So I'm going to kick it off now, and I'm going to guide you, because I don't want you to misjive, and I don't want people to take whatever you say out of context. So, right, I'm addressing everybody, anyone who's yet to come. Let's take the likes to 10K. Let's do 10K. I'm sure we can. Now, Mr. Akpakpa, you arrived at a dock on Justice for Mobile. A lot is happened. A lot of fight has happened. Things have been very tumultuous, and then we get up to a point where you go to the dock, and you've got two boats. One is Latisne, the other is Comfy B. The thing is, every one of us have to get on either of them. The impact and implication of not getting on either of them will be you will be lost at sea, because the actual platform on which you're standing is a makeshift platform that will be withdrawn off your feet completely, with no water buoy or anything to buoy you up other than for you to sink. You have no choice. You have to get on one of them. So you tell us why you want to get on either of them and the reason why you won't get on the other. So you're going to get on one. Tell us why you would like to get on that one. What is it about it, even though you're almost stuck between the rock and a very hard place. So you've gone up to America, you've gone up to a different territory, and then I don't know, maybe you're doing abseiling, and then you got stuck between the rock and a very hard place. So someone then says to you, I'm going to get you out. You either have to get on Comfy's boat or Latisne's boat. Knowing these two personalities and knowing that you are stuck, which one will you still get on and which one will you not? Why and why not? There you go.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I would take Latisme, as I said before. I would use Latisme. For coffee, I will not accept coffee. I have my reason for both of them. Can I explain?
Oh, yes, that's why you are here.
Okay. Why I choose Latisme? Because Latisme, I think for working with Latisme with this past this few 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken, I be make I speak with you as I be speak when I know verse. For these 2 years now, I don't dey work when I don't deal with Latisme. I don't see say Latisme now person when busy. If he see the light, he see this one are the truth. He go follow the truth. So wetin happen for Yomi, he prefer to stand with Yomi, seeing the truth with Yomi, seeing that Yomi is doing the right thing, and is open to listening to a lot of people. He want hear people opinion. So I go accept for Latisme for that one. I still get more on that one, but because I know if it take too much time. And for coffee, why not choose coffee? Now yesterday, now wetin happen yesterday make me know say coffee know wetin in dey do. Coffee dey follow view and money, because if coffee can break aristocrat English, e go fit bring am come out. Know when aristocrat dey speak English and when they speak Yoruba language, Yoruba slangs. It mean say coffee really know wetin dey happen, but coffee choose to follow follow the wrong side because of view wey they see from that place, because of maybe they receive money behind when we don't know, or maybe because people thought see in the collect land, maybe now all those things. Coffee choose to see close evil. They see any fault of Joseph Aloba. He's not seeing any fault. He still remain to stand with Joseph Aloba, even with the man. No, the things not they go well with this so-called like TikTok logat team. Things is not going well. See, choose to stay with them. He's not ready to see the light, to speak the truth, to stand for the truth. So I sure say, he go school, he's well educated, but as in he's doing it for the view. He's just doing it for the view. So it's for that kind of person. If I stay for a boat, if you see wetin pass me, another person will pass me. If I stand for the truth and he see person will be say give am money, he go he go throw me for inside the water. So better I follow Latisme will be say if I stay for the evil side, if I stay for the side, the same boat all of us dey. But later I see say the light they come. This is the real light. This one is fighting for the truth, and it choose to follow the truth. No matter all those insults and everything, he still stand for his holy ground. I prefer to stay with Latisme. Thank you.
Right. Before you unmute yourself, before we go over to very wicked lady, the most wicked woman, as wicked as the IT guy on J4M in the last 20 months. I shouldn't say that, but I said it. So I have two personalities. And last time, my personalities were Sammy Jojo and Rotex Sam. But today, I'm introducing two personalities. One is Vengeance, and one is Ishak. Have you heard of either of them or both of them? Vengeance and Ishak.
Yes.
Okay. Can you kind of give us your humble opinion about these two personalities? Thank you.
I will say for both of them, they be sweet smart and sweet smart than they. So they are similar. The same space I'll put coffee. Now that same space I'll put there too. They just this sweet smart, just want paint. Waiting not be white. They want paint and white. So I don't have much about them, but they are just sweet smart. So that's it.
You are my first guest today, the first panelist that actually contributed to this beautiful platform today. Thank you so much for your contribution. You can actually just remain as a panelist for now because at some point we may end up in a position where we have to dialogue. The very wicked lady, the one and only lady of shenanigans. Nígbà lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ Monday tó nígbà àgbà kú gbà o. Take it away, my lady.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope I'm audible. Is the network okay?
You need to first of all deal with the echo because otherwise we're not going to enjoy your submission. Yeah, there's a big echo in your background at the moment. If you can correct that, that will be good.
I think because I was using
better. Yeah,
I'm on Bluetooth before.
Okay.
Hope it's okay now.
Before you go on, yeah, it's okay now. Before you go on, my people, I'm getting very, very depressed. Look at the 5.8K. That should be 10K now. And make una just okay. If you want to give me lion, do it. If you want to give me money gun, do it. If you want to give me universe, do it. But all I'm asking for is, I beg, just tap and take it to 10K. You see, I'm not asking for anything more than that. But if you give me universe or lion, I go take ammo. But please take us to 10K. Very wicked lady, carry on.
I hope I am not echoing anymore.
No, you are echoing again. So whatever you did before, you need to do it again.
I think it's my Bluetooth.
Huh? Yeah,
it's my Bluetooth. Let me
you need to take off your Bluetooth, yes. Okay, carry on. Before I mute myself, I want to make sure that you are audible and there is more like a good filter. Go on. If you're still there, maybe you're still adjusting things in the background.
Yeah, that hasn't.
That is better.
Okay.
Just stay
I'm
there.
back.
Just stay there. Just stay there. That's good. Carry on.
So actually, the last time that you did the other one, I'm actually not here, but we enjoyed the everything that is going on in the area. So about consigning to the topic.
Refuse to come up. Carry on.
Yeah. So about today's topic, I would rather go for comfy than Latin. I prefer comfy. And the reason why I prefer comfy is that even though comfy is I understand that she's a blogger. Even Latisne also is a blogger. Both of them are blogger and they have been into fracas before. But I would choose comfy, even though she has cursed me before, she has do a lot of things to me before. But I would choose comfy because I believe in something. If you are an adult, like you are an adult that I know that you have your own family, you are coordinating your own family, you are not a kid like me. Like the way Paparano used to say, there are kids everywhere. So you are an adult, you've go through many things, most especially you've seen a lot of things in fracas. You should stand on one thing. The fact that Comfy has been supporting Baba from day one and she has not changed till date, then I am more better than I prefer Comfy rather than Latisne. So I'll go for Comfy. That's my choice.
Also, as you've done the comparison, we now have two personalities. One is Vengeance and one is Ishak. Are you familiar with these two guys?
So I'm familiar with both of them.
So can you kind of give us your estimation in terms of who these people are, what you think of them? But that can be how you perceive them, or whichever way you can sum it up. Let's have it.
For me, I think Ishak is more better than Vengeance. I will go for Ishak more rather than, because both of them, we don't know the kind of person is behind them. They are both a ghost. They don't have a face. They are just. But I would rather go for Ishak, because sometimes Ishak are more. He used to be more fair in his submission most time than Vengeance. The Vengeance will just you go just dey talk like Vengeance is just a no. It's just a waste human being, somebody that is what you are wasted. So I prefer Ishak, because I think that man usually speaks he speak more sense, and when he's saying when he said this is what I am going for, and it will also it will give us an example and the reason which by you will understand why he's choosing that thing. He used to have good opinion about what he's going for, but you see that Vengeance is just there to become an inferior generator, something. He's just a wasted somebody for me. So that's it. Am I audible?
Amazing.
The reason why I did
If I'm
not.
correct, very wicked lady. The two people support Baba, don't they? Vengeance and Ishak. They support Joseph Aloba.
Yeah. The reason I know both of them support Joseph Aloba till how, even though they have spoiled the justice for Mohbad. But to be sincere, so there are sometimes that Ishak made some sense that him also himself knows that this thing that he's saying, Baba Mohbad do it in a wrong way, but because he's supporting Baba, he will still find a way to. But I prefer Ishak to Vengeance. I just don't like.
What we're looking at, which I'm going to make a note right now. I need to make a note. So one of these two personalities can be likened to being analytical and rational. The other one can be likened to being combustible and what else? And I'm looking for a description which I will alter later.
Grammar. If you use big grammar, it is another problem.
No. I mean, so that's more like so yeah. So I need to consult my dictionary. It's combustible and indiffusible. Once it makes its claim and it explodes, you can't, it's incorrigible. Yes. Combustible and incorrigible. Yeah. Incorrigible. Right. There you go. So yeah. So one of them, obviously, who is Ishak, and the other personality is Vengeance. So Ishak is analytical, he supports Baba. He's a bit rational because he engages. There was a time I listened to him on Paparano's platform, and I was waking up slowly. Before I got there, it was gone. I was so upset because I really, really, really wanted to engage with him. And yeah, there is something about him really that he will engage. He sticks with his own opinion. I think not just opinion. He has his own stance. He sticks with it, and
Is it my network? I think you asked it.
Is it your network? Am I audible? so that we can know whose
You are
network it
audible
is.
now. You are audible.
Yeah. So
Yes,
Sorry.
I would say Ishak is analytical, is rational, and it just sticks by his own opinion, it just stands by his own resolve, in a way. Vengeance, on the other side, is combustible, indiffusible, or diffusible. Let's cross that one off so we don't confuse the audience. It's combustible and incorrigible. Vengeance cannot be corrected. Once he makes his point, doesn't really matter how you try, he's going to stay steadfast.
IT guy. You know that sometimes Ishak is more reasonable than vengeance.
That's
You know
exactly
that,
what I'm
right?
saying. He's rational, he's analytical, and he engages. Yeah, he engages. I did say a very long time ago that engaging with vengeance is like engaging with a radio. Maybe the day you embrace the radio, you kind of think it's something like Alexa that you can talk to. Vengeance is a radio. It's a one-way track minded individual who has his own script. His script is digested, may go on for 10 hours. And if 1 million people engages with you, with him, it will carry on with his script until it gets to the end of it. So it's like a disturbed individual, a brain that is only interested in what it wants to communicate, not what it wants to receive. I've engaged with him before on Kunle's platform. It was the most tedious engagement that I can ever imagine. I think vengeance is like a product, like a soap, that frustrates the hell out of you. There is a powdery version of it that you put into your washing machine. There's a liquid version of it that you use to wash various utensils and crockeries and cutleries and all that kind of stuff. Now, the soap powder that you put in the washing machine hasn't shifted, it hasn't changed color, it hasn't foamed up, and when you finish washing and your wash actually comes out, it's not clean. Go over to the kitchen, go into the basin, have a look at your crockeries and your cutleries and your utensils within the kitchen. Same thing with the liquid soap, is not foaming. Same thing as the situation, he's not shifting the grams, he's not shifting the oil, he's not shifting anything. So, Mr. Joseph Aloba sold two products to you. One is Ishak, and one is vengeance. But vengeance is useless to the cause, because vengeance swallowed the dictionary the day it was born. It was born in year blah 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 on this day, and unfortunately, when they were doing the naming ceremony, they could not find a dictionary because it swallowed it. And I think the thing is, when you swallow the dictionary, to regurgitate the dictionary, oh gosh, I'm sure it will be extremely polluting, extremely dangerous, because when you then spew out what it is that you've ingested, when you then bring it out in the open, even you are confused already. Then your audience will be extremely confused. You cannot liken gladiators to emperors and generals, because in the good old days in the Roman Empire, gladiators are like Latisne. They are entertainers who go out there to go and do the fight, knock the bones and knock the jaw out of everybody, knock the 36 teeth out of you, knock the brains out of you, with the view that they're going to come back alive. And in most cases, gladiators actually have a very short life, and they just entertain the emperors, the empress. I need to look at the woman equivalent of the emperor so that I don't get in trouble. The empress and the generals. So if someone of vengeance's mindset likens a fighter whose life is shortly based on the danger they put themselves towards, as a gladiator that does the fight for 20 months, is out of his rockers. And I think that sometimes there is a bit of consciousness and subconsciousness that allow individuals that are confused to create a caricature of themselves, alter their ego as much as they can, and then come out with a character in the comic book that is inconceivable as one that can live or has ever existed, other than one that will confuse generations to come. So I will implore you, vengeance, in your melancholy, to be thoughtful. Use your brain. You know, there is something nimble. There's a nimbleness in there that triggers common sense. If you can't speak English, make it simple. If you can't understand your synonyms, make it simple. Speak simple English. The Queen speaks simple English. Prince Charles, Prince Harry, Prince William all speak simple English. Now, if you build a caricature of individuals that have confused you when you are growing up in Nigeria, speaking stupid English, coming up with the caucus and the generals and the gladiators of today, the caucuses and the, well, I use some of the silly ones. Maybe you need to be belligerent in the way you wake up your brain cells. Stay steadfast. Justice for Mohbad, 20 months later, we've built a dictionary. Our dictionary is our colloquial. The colloquialism of the way we engage will pick up words like buttress. Let me shock you. On the other side, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know, rather than all the rancors and all the rancors kind of conversation, the let's not dull ourselves. Now, let me see if I can bring somewhere. Yeah, so yeah, on vengeance. Yeah, I know he's loving it.
Auntie guy, let me say something.
All right.
You know why? You know what the reason why I still prefer Ishak is that if you are supporting somebody and you cannot support that person to the extent that I am against the person you are supporting, you cannot convince me with your own supporting for me to be able to follow who you are supporting. I count that person that is why I said I count vengeance as a wasted soul. Because you are supporting Aloba by chasing people away out of the person you are supporting. That is not a good energy, and that is not a good supportive person to me. You should be able to support me for you to be able to convince more people to be supporting that person that you are believing in. If you cannot do that, in fact, the person you are supporting is supposed to just deleted you out of his support. You should be able to stand and for me, Ishak can actually sit me down and it will, the way me I see Ishak, it can actually, I don't know what is becoming now, but the Ishak I've been listening to, it can actually be supportive and make people confused and want to follow Baba Mohbad. So that is why I don't that vengeance is a no for me.
Sorry for interjecting. Very wicked lady. I would say the space you are putting Vegas, that the same space also belongs to Coffee, because Coffee is also doing the same thing. What you just talk against very Vegas now. Now the same thing with Coffee. Now what the Coffee they do with that one. So now let me go the other way where you. Okay, sorry. May I go the other way you talk when you choose Coffee? Let's go this way now. Latisne have never posted a little boy picture once for a platform. Latisne have never posted somebody's picture, started bullying the person. Latisne never do all those things. But Kofi have put somebody picture that is standing for justice for Mohbad. Person when be say go, it take chance, it come out for a comfort zone. Me and you, we dey Western world, we are not in Nigeria. But someone is in Nigeria that left his home, forget about everything. She went to go and do a peaceful protest, come back, Kofi post his picture of his husband and him. Alongside with Bukiji, they started bullying this guy. And Kofi have posted that innocent boy picture, Leanne, several times, insulting Leanne, calling Leanne different name. And you choose to support. So, to put on into, we are into on justice for Mohbad now. We are seeing justice for Mohbad. And IT man said, you cannot be bullying someone that Mohbad creates a space for his mom before he lost his life. And IT man is coming for those people that is even attacking Iya Mohbad. And you now, you are supposed to, it's a little bit so I don't get, I would love to know the reason why you are supporting.
I hide in the bathroom. Wait. You know,
okay, thank you.
You are choosing your own choice in a different way. Me, I am choosing my own choice in a different way. What me I'm saying, you see that comfy energy. I want comfy energy. I don't care if he has cost my mother. She has cost my mother, and Latisne has never for one day cost me. And still, I'm not choosing Latisne. You know the reason why I'm not choosing Latisne is that Latisne has once supported Baba to the extent that he did the same thing Comfy has been doing, just that he did not carry. He carries some people's pictures too, but it just that it is not being consistent about it. Latisne has pushed Baba Mohbad to the certain level to the extent that what he built Baba Mohbad for is now coming out to come and condemn what he has built Baba Mohbad for. You use your hand to set up something, when you now come back and you are now condemning what you use your hand to build. That means he's not being reasonable, he's not thinking, he's not doing things in his own way, he's not the one controlling himself, it is people that are controlling him. And if Latisne has been, before Latisne have been dragging some people just because they abused Baba Mohbad. Before, if you abuse Baba Mohbad, Latisne is going to drag you. Latisne has dragged Paparano before because Paparano used to abuse Baba Mohbad. Now he's joining Paparano to abuse the same Baba Mohbad he has fight for. That means that kind of a person is a no for me. He's not, for me, I found that person as an idiot that does not think he's not doing things in his own way. See, I don't care that because I am not looking that part. I don't care. I prefer Comfy to Latisne 1 million times.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay,
and I don't care because he's supporting justice, because Latisne is just like anywhere evidence there, I go follow them. If you don't get evidence again, at the end of the day, I go.
As far as say the evidence go help now. Okay, thank you. See, very carefully, look at this way. Yeah, I know it's your opinion. Look at it this way. Latisne is the one that will rescue Africa Television from 7030. When these those coffee people come from Africa Television, We were looking for who signed 70-30. Latisme come out on his own mat, say with his mat, then say he's the one that signed 70-30 with Baba Mohbad. Even Lagata testified to it. Lagata record the show. But Kofi is aware of these whole things. Kofi never accept it one day. Kofi still keep on continue to stamp Africa television for 70-30. Continue to stamp. So the way, because Kofi hold the ground where that is the reason why Kofi virus and this Latisme can't change his mind for the 70-30. Come later push and come give Africa television again. We see everything. So you see, Latisme stand for truth from the beginning. It was on the truth ground, but in the middle, it can't begin because they take side of Baba. It can't take side, but at the end, I see that we have been doing this thing for so long time. It's not going anywhere. Why am I supporting Baba Mohbad? Even before this incident, even Latisme say, I will not drag Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad is my customer, is my business partner. I will not drag Baba Mohbad. Even when Baba Mohbad sing music. So those coffee people, they are the ones that still keep on pushing the words on this Latisme. Now then they go the platform, go the drag Baba for a platform, go the trap, bring everything come out. So that is it. Me, I not be Latisme fans who. Latisme don't drop me for a live stream. When I tell her and say, you guys should throw this Muyiwa is not happy matter. He dropped me. He said, I don't have right to come and speak about Muyiwa for a platform. That was only the first day that I went to his platform to stay on his stay for a platform, come up, send requests, go up. And I see the last day when I don't see go there. So he's not my friend, but when they see what I understand you like war. You be girl of war. You like war. You want me the thing they continue. And me, I like Kofi vibe the way they do it. It keep the justice moving, but not the way you are doing it. It's not for you going to the people that they are standing for the truth. You keep on to go to attack those people when they stand for the truth. You understand? If you even Kofi does support Yomi, Kofi support Yomi. To one stage, he was supporting Yomi because Yomi was the talk of the town. Everybody was singing praises of Yomi. Kofi was supporting Yomi. Even went to Paparano to support Yomi. He went to Latisme support Yomi. He was on his own platform, have the record when he was supporting Yomi. After, they just switched everything around because he found out that maybe the money not going to enter their account as they plan, and money was not going to go from me. If I support Yomi, I will not get my eyes saw. I don't get anything. So that's why I say Kofi they follow the view. Where the view deny they want go. Thank you.
Beautiful submissions on both sides. It's actually kind of wonderful, intriguing, beautiful to kind of have two panelists that are of opposite opinion to a certain extent. No fight, no wotowoto, anything like that. But everybody is making their point across as effective as it can be. Now we're gonna go freestyle again because of the thing is when the show runs up to a point where there are no takers, it is beautiful that we have more like people on both sides and making things clear to the wider audience and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go freestyle because we don't have any more takers. So when we go freestyle, my two panelists, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir, we are with you, sir.
Okay. So on a freestyle, you need to think about what is key to you right now, what is dear to you, and you're just gonna go for it. So sometimes when we do freestyle, it can bring up a different topic, and then maybe some other people can warm up to that topic, and then we can get another conversation going. So who wants to go first? Should I do it ladies first? Or is Akpakwa ready to go for it?
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Very wicked lady, do you want to lead on that? We're going freestyle. And freestyle is think about what's happening today. Think about what is dear to you. Think about what you really want to talk about. Think about where you want to direct the audience. Think about what you can bring up that can actually get a new conversation going. Anything at all. Over to you, the very wicked lady. Are we there, or do you want Akpakwa to go first, or you just ready to go anyway? All right, Akpakwa. Okay, why don't you go for it whilst we wait for a very wicked lady? Maybe she's busy in the background somewhere. Right, Akpakwa, you.
1 minute, I'm coming in 1 minute, please.
All right, right. Okay. I will carry on talking. I just love talking. I would just talk anything anyway. So let's take the likes to 15K. 15K. We can do it. We can do it. Then on Friday, it's a very it's a very strange day. People want to go to work late. They want to leave early. People who go to work early wants to leave early. Everybody wants to leave early. Anyway, as we kind of broadcast to people across the globe, it really doesn't matter. Some people are sleeping. Some people are just waking up. Some people are in work already. And some people are off work because they've just taken the day off. So do the tab thing. Take us to 15K. We're waiting for the very wicked lady who's going to kind of inject another dynamics into the process, and that is a bit where we speak our mind based on what is really troubling us. Sometimes it could be where we believe this whole process, this whole situation, this whole quest should be heading. And I think sometimes, people just have things on their mind anyway. And if you want to unburden yourself, and there's something that's really been a little nagging in the background, and you think that it'll be useful to kind of share it out, have a chat with people about it and all that kind of stuff. We never know where that is going to get us. So if anyone is finding this topic very troublesome, very troubling, yes, you can inject your own take into the conversation. So we are going freestyle. We've had a good dissection of two different platforms, as well as a couple of personalities on Justice for More. But these are people we know, these are people we've engaged with. My take and opinion about people will be absolutely different from everyone else. Mine will be explosive, incisive, combustible. I don't care. If that rubs you off the wrong way, well, if what I've said I haven't actually rubbed people the wrong way in 20 months, then I'm not the IT guy. So, Otumba, you must come up. You must come up. I know you are not a champion of of these platforms, and it will be quite intriguing to get your insight about these two set personalities as well as platforms. The movers and shakers of the broader spectrum of Justice for Mobad needs to be called to books. Yeah, we need to call them to books, because we're not going to have people being so dangerous because they are influential in the process, and we're not going to have them misleading people, misguiding people, and actually using the Justice for Mobad and all the energy that their followers should use effectively, communicatively, as well as use judiciously, by dampening their spirit, their soul, by being their spokesperson and suppressing the freedom in which people can express themselves. If I'm on Latisne platform, even if I'm on the window, I can listen to a Latisne platform even for 5 hours. It's about Fraka, it's about Karimo, it's about Comfy, it's about Baba, it's There is nothing analytical, Latisne, on your platform. You don't have the brain to analyze. Your followers just don't actually have the mindset to nudge you. Your platform is out of control. You have your speaker of the day. You have your donors of yesterday. You have people you respect, and you sell your dignity. You sell your power of control to. And the moment they appear on your site, you go wobble, you go jelly. And when those people, your number one speaker, your number one donors are not available, it won't take long before you say, I have to go now, sorry, sorry, and all that. And when you're celebrated donors, your suitors, the controllers that control your mind, they don't even have to do anything to control your mind. And I think sometimes when this thing happens, we just can't make head or tail of what we are doing, where we are, what we should be doing, why we have followers. Followers are not effective. The supreme leader is just full of cobwebs in his brain, just doesn't have any form of leadership, skill, character, demeanor. Nobody takes you seriously. You are just a piece of shit. On the other hand, on Comfy's platform, you dare not go to Comfy's platform and not actually believe Comfy is control. She is in control. She is a director. She is a moderator. She is the CEO. And you can't go to Comfy's platform and go and misbehave. Yeah, they do their shenanigans. Yes, they do their dragging. But as very wicked ladies said, she stood steadfast since day one. Latisne, how many bitches have you jumped into bed with since you've been on Justice for Mohbad? Baba today, Mama tomorrow, Auntie yesterday, Karimo, Comfy. You don't even know where your brain is leading you. Can you imagine this guy? Numbskull, little minuscule brain, maggots. Otumba, good afternoon, because I have to rant once in a while on my show.
Okay, I'm back. So,
I think good morning from
go
here.
ahead.
Hold on, let's have Otumba first. Very wicked. Before we go freestyle, because we have new people coming up, let's go with the motion, the course. So you are stuck somewhere along the line around the docks. There are two boats in there. You are kind of well versed and you understand these two personalities in the boat that will be the captain, and then you are stuck. If you don't get on either of the boats, we're gonna withdraw the platform off your feet. You can't come back. You're gonna end up in the water. You don't have any swimming kit or any swimming equipment. If you decide that you're gonna drown, yeah, you still tell us the reason why you want your.
Sorry, Auntie Guy. When are we going to do the anti-justice side? So, like, choose between Comfy and thing. Are you not going to do that?
No, don't worry. Let's run with this for now. Because I mean, thing is, for me, I'm freestyle. I just come up with these things anyway. And then suddenly it's almost become the order of the day. If it becomes, well, we mix it up. So Otumba, now, we're about to take the platform away. You need to get on either of these boats. Which one will you get onto? Which one will you not? Why and why not? Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, IT guy. Good morning, everybody from my side. Yeah, both Comfy and Latisne, I'm not going to choose anybody. I believe they are birds of the same feather. I believe they both believe their belief is the same thing. I believe they both have the same idea. I believe they both have the same approach to this justice for Mohbad. Both of them, they believe they are fighting for Mohbad. They believe they are fighting for Mohbad. They believe that they need justice for Mohbad. But they both destroy Mohbad legacy. IT guy, what is called legacy? The legacy is your immediate family. Your wife, your kid, they both destroy both. So I'm not going to choose any one of them. Because if you love Mohbad, if you really want to fight for Mohbad, you will protect his legacy. Mohbad's got only son, which Mohbad named that son. Mohbad celebrate the only son. And these people, they destroy Mohbad legacy. So I'm not going to choose any one of them. So IT guy, that's the difference between the both parties, the people that they said they are fighting for justice and the people they call anti-justice. The people they call anti-justice protected their Mohbad legacy. They said, oh, don't come for Mohbad legacy. Don't destroy Mohbad legacy. Don't abuse Mohbad legacy. That is why they become anti-justice. Nothing else. Nothing else. That is why they become anti-justice.
So if I need to engage with you slightly on that, I don't believe there is anything such as anti-justice. I think that I think
they have anti-justice. That is the term they use. They say, oh, anti-justice and the real justice. Some people call themselves the real justice fighter, and some people name the other side the anti-justice. And the people that call themselves the real justice fighter, they are the ones destroy Mohbad legacy.
So if we get this right, I now need to know who are the people seeking for justice, because some times ago, Mr. Joseph Aloba jumped into bed with the critical thinkers, and presumably they class themselves as the people seeking justice because they are alongside Joseph Aloba. And I think today there may have been disharmony in the camp. And Joseph Aloba probably is selective right now, where he's dealing with certain individuals that he warms up to. An example is H Talk, and not the rest of the crew like Bio Billions and the Honorable York Daddy. If I need to kind of be explicit and be dutiful to the process of respect, as I haven't actually, used a pseudonym for these personalities, just going direct to their Black App handles. So when you put that together, where we are today, and we all engage, we need to be clear about what is going on. So the critical thinkers are the justice seekers. Sometimes they go, Olori Ebi's platform, culminative of Baba Mohbad's movement, including Comfy at the time, were the justice seekers. And the critical thinkers are somewhere in another zone that Baba shifts to when he needs to put a communication out, and they control, every aspect of that situation. Then there's another formula where the anti-justice would have been likened to Temi's platform or MFM platform, and the kind of like colloquial anti-justice, in irony, then becomes the scientists. And the scientists were then classed anti-justice when it was even the scientists that prompted Joseph Aloba to create his own Black App account. But by the time Joseph Aloba created his Black App account, it surfaced straight away on Latisne's platform, on which you have a very big foundation in which they donate profusely. And he was benefiting from it monetarily at that point. Monetization was kicking in at that point. So there is no anti-justice. Because at the end of the day, the people fighting for the widow are also fighting for justice, because the justice that will be got in their camp will be, if it so happens that Liam is Mohbad's son, then Liam should inherit Mohbad's legacy. There's no anti-justice. And then at the end of the day, even the critical thinkers, one half of them are anti-justice today, because everything that is anti-justice is where Joseph Aloba is falling out with people. So we need to educate ourselves. We need to be informed and actually get people who were not there since the inception to understand there is no such thing as anti-justice. There is just gullibility. There is just a process that people create, a space for monetization, a space to fool people into thinking that they are seeking justice. Why? The Gullites out there follow a platform or a process, or half-witted people will follow shenanigans blindly. And all of a sudden, we now don't actually know what we are doing. All of us. Because when I talk like this, they will say, I'm on Colos. And this is me. This is how I talk. Better get used to it. Anyone who's listening, this is the IT guy. That's the only way I know how. We need to align this process and stop fooling ourselves and give ourselves kudos. And the kudos we're giving ourselves is actually to sideline and actually create different communities and different enclaves, and then name calling and labeling. And some people feel so superior than others, and we are fooling ourselves. We're not engaging properly anymore. We can't speak the truth. Otumba, carry on. Don't let me stop you.
Yeah, the IT guy.
Give it everything you've got.
You see, if you want to compare the both side, the other side, they see things before they start in. They see Josie, they already know, see Josie for what he is, for what he's looking for. But the other side, they follow Josie blindly. That is the difference. And the other side, what they see in Josie, as at that time, what they think that Josie is looking for, it is what is happening today. The other side, they see it from beginning that this man is not looking for justice, he's just looking for money. But the people that supported Josie, it's the people that believe in rumor. They remove fact. They replace fact with a rumor. And from the rumor they were told, they were brainwashed. The one thing they are looking for, the only justice these people are looking for, let's be realistic, IT guy, the only justice these people are looking for is Wumi. They want Wumi to go at all costs. They want Josie to hand over Wumi to them in a platter of gold or something. That is the kind of justice they're looking for. And which is not possible. There is no way you are going to replace Wumi with nurse. There is no way. So some of them, when they discover that Josie cannot give them Wumi, that is when they started hating this man. Right from beginning, they said they knows that Josie is looking for money. And most of the people that fall out with Joseph Aloba, when they are with him, they supported him 100%. There are some people, they pushing this man. Arrest Imami Mubad, arrest Adura, arrest Wumi without any evidence. But when they discover, no, he cannot give them that, and they fell out. They hate him. And Joseph Aloba too, he knows what is happening. He knows that there is no way he can replace Wumi with a nurse. He knows, but he just playing along. He just playing along because these people, they keep pushing money to him, and that is what he wants. Until today, what do we have? Till today, what did we have? We have three things. There was a fight, there was an injury, there was a loss and reaction. That is what is there from beginning. Any other thing is assumption. Any scientific narrative is nothing. There's nothing scientifically about this case. There is nothing. It is straightforward. It is straightforward. So I don't blame Josie. Honestly, I'm not going to blame Josie for anything. Because what these people want from Josie is not possible. It is not possible. There's no way they can get it. It is not possible. So that is it, IT guy. That's it.
We'll say you welcome, will meet people on your platform. Well, open your platform with a bit of civility and understanding and actually compete with the IT guy and show me what you are made of. Show me how noble and civil and magnanimous that you are, that you can create a platform that is open for all, where everyone can actually speak their mind. So, Queen Abeki, on that note, you know how we do it. You can see the sticker. Take it away. Thank you.
Good morning, all. What are we still? Are we still on choose one of those people? Because today I'm not choosing any one of them.
Now, you need to give your humble opinion about the reason why you will not be doing so. You'll rather drown than actually get on either of the boats in front of you. Thank you.
Okay, because I know last week we had to do all that again, and I had to choose Lati based on some reasons. But today I think I'm gonna go with Otuba. I don't want to choose any one of them, Though we don't have to really choose today, right? They are both miscreants. That's all I will say. I mean, Lati from the beginning knew he was there. What one thing I can say about Lati is that he's a loyal human. If he stands for something, he's gonna be loyal to you until I think you overstepped. And I think in this case, Josie has overstepped his boundaries, and that's why Lati is with. But they know they were all in the evil together. They were all planning the evil together. They know. Baba Mubad from the beginning knew Wumi has nothing to do with his son's death, and that's why he said, "God give it, God
Carry on.
take it."
Can we take the likes right now to 15K? If you
That's
can.
why Josie said, "God give it, God take it."
Yeah, let's take the
You
likes to
see,
15K, my people. Let's maybe as it stands at the moment by 2:30, there will be time out for me. But for now, let's make the most of the time we have. Thank you. Queen Abeki, carry on.
yeah. So Josie know what was going on. He just, played all along because he saw money. He saw money. And I will never stand anywhere and say, Josie or curse on Josie for taking anybody's money. I'm not going to do that because they came, all these people who were enticing him with money, they came there, they don't have any evidence. And this is Nigeria we're talking about. You live abroad and you allow somebody in Nigeria to squander your money, they will. They will squander, they will dry, they will they will make sure you are dry, they will suck you until you are dry. And in this avenue, what happened was that Josie might not be well educated, but he's a smart human. He's very smart. He knew what they were doing and he followed all along from all sides. He was playing everyone. And what happened was that everyone, they turned this man into a celebrity and everyone was seeking his attention. And it got into his head. And thereby he talks to them anyhow. That mere carpenter from what is that place, Ikorodu, was able to speak to them anyhow. and now they are all over the place saying Josie is ungrateful. Josie is good. He's not yes, he might be ungrateful for what? Ungrateful for not allowing you guys to pin down a Wumi. Josie all along knew that there's nothing he can do to Wumi. If you have to arrest Wumi, you have to come with your evidence. When it comes to petitioning, anyone can petition anybody. Even I can petition IT guy. I can go to UK and say, oh, this guy did this and did that to me. They will call him, and I have to provide the evidence. Without any evidence, he's going scot-free. So petitioning is just water. Anyone can petition anyone. But are you able to arrest people and jail them for no reason whatsoever? No, you can't do that. Who are you? So I don't know. That's what happened. So in this case, I'm not choosing Aries and I'm not choosing Lati. They are both miscreant, bunch of embodied evil. They are evil people. You understand? Especially that Aries. You know, with that because what Aries is,
It's
she's
comfy.
just
It's comfy and Lati today.
coffee. No, no, no. That bunch of useless. No, ouch.
It's
Hell
comfy
no.
and Lati today.
Oh, hell no. I'm not choosing any one of those. Oh, hell no. I didn't know we are talking about coffee. Oh, hell to the no. Coffee is just what you call it? A talking balloon for Baba. Baba's talking what you call it? I don't know the English to put to that.
Talking drum.
Only
Baba's talking drum.
talking drum, exactly. That's all she is. She spew any rubbish. She's rubbish. She, how can I don't even like talking about Comfy, not because I can't talk about her,
Please,
but
people,
because
do
she's
the likes to
useless.
15K, please. If you're enjoying the show, to 15K.
I don't like talking about her, not because I'm scared of her that she's gonna come for me or something, but because she's very useless. I don't know her participation, what she brings to this justice
15K,
for Mohbad.
15K, people, please, 15K.
Yeah, I don't know what Kofi actually brings to justice for Mohbad apart from bringing Liam picture and cussing on that child, and also saying if you come for Baba, you come for me. Who is your Baba? Some of us just have the dignity of not digging down onto Ducey and all that. But Baba, Ducey is nobody. He's nobody. And you too. You sit there in that Germany because people don't have your time. You think if the Germans know that this is what you come online and do, they will allow you. You can bully a minor in Germany, that police country. German, I used to stay in Germany too. And it's a police country. You can't do that nonsense. You can't perform that nonsense in Germany and get away with it. It's because people have not reported you, and no one has your time. In Africa, we have this thing. Although we want to correct people, we don't want to do things that will, at the long run, you feel kind of guilty. Oh, they took his children away from her children away from her, or they did that to her. Inside you, you don't want to do them bad. You don't want. You still have this empathy stuff, and that's what is killing us in Africa. You are empathizing with them, even though they are wicked. And then she come only could be any tomu omi ẹran yó aláìníṣẹ́ olóbùkú àwa gbọ́mọ kékeré sí kíní yẹn imagine how psychotic can you be to be denigrating all those curses on a minor with anger. I've never seen people like that. Kò yé mi. Lati will sit there and let people curse Liam. He also do something, but not to the level of Kofi. Kofi is the worst thing that happened to this justice. One of the worst things. He's a clown, and I always say that justice for Mohbad. Whatever they call us anti-justice, all these justice for Mohbad people are the whole thing is a circus, and they have different clowns. All their platform are a bunch of clowns. They are hosts. They are all clowns performing in the circus. It's a huge circus with a bunch of clowns in it. Àwọn olóògùn, àwọn lẹ̀pọ̀n. That's all. They have nothing. When look at this, your platform. The moment there's intellectual discussion going on, they all leave. They cannot withstand. They can't speak with facts. All they want you to do is true. The moment people start speaking intellectually, they all start going down. All they want to do is do wotowoto. You know, use preconceived notion. Or they said this, he said this, he said that. You know, without any presenting any facts. Olórí burúkú ni gbogbo yín, man. Dare I say it? And I'm not scared of any one of them. Some of us just don't have your time because you're a bunch of lunatics on this app. And on this app, it's just a group of you, a set of you. And some of this, we have some people calling themselves what you call it, critical thinkers. If you're critical thinkers and you do really analyze things critically, you will not be where you are. What you are, a bunch of bots, a bunch of clowns in the circles of Joseph Aloba, and you perform and you call yourselves critical thinkers. You are shame to the education system. Imagine. I mean, what has that boy? Let's say it's not. Let me go to your own side and say, okay, this boy is not Mohbad's son. Wait, if you're critical thinkers, and Aloba, if he has any sense, he will at least act like, okay, this boy is my grandson. Act like he's protecting the child until the DNA result is out. Then, if the boy is not Mohbad's son, he has the right to say. Even with that, any adult with conscience, with empathy, even though he's not his grandson, and he will not get anything from the child will not get anything from Mohbad estate. He will come out and say, this boy may not be my grandson, but remember, my son never, assumed such. So within me, he may not be biologically my grandson, but he's still my grandson. Something like that. But go, I want to one PR, all Joseph's PR are a bunch of dumb asses, losers. And you your wives beat you at home. Then you bring your frustrations online and try to make Wumi like your wife. But going and you low buku. You can't withstand your wife's angers. You cannot control your home, but you want to come here and control and spin stupid narratives with no facts. Aye ain't lapa. Anyway, TikTok. Very depressing. When I say that they will see like, yes, they are all depressed shows. We all know how it is in abroad if you don't have your children because of your attitude. Some of you, even your cats and dogs have run away from you because of your attitude. Àwọn ajá ilé yín gan ti sá fún yín. Àwọn olóńgbò ilé yín ti sá because wèrè ní gbogbo yín. Àwọn ọmọ yín ti sá fún yín. Ẹ̀rọ ọmọ bá sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀rọ alábàárò, ní anybody around. Then you come here and decline your frustration on people. Very bunch of depressed souls who need to check themselves into the nearest clinic. But instead, they'll bring their frustration here and start spewing nonsense. Who are you? You guys are nobody. Wumi ti lọ. Ó ti lọ, kò sí nǹkan kan tẹ́ lè ṣe fún. You do nothing. Absolutely nothing. If you want to do something to it, bring your facts. We are also here. We want to know what killed Mohbad. If you have any other evidence other than what the government is presenting to us, bring it out. Gbogbo CCTV 3-second video. There was kí ni wọ́n ń pè inquest. Wọn ò bí Yomi dáa kó tẹ inquest. Ó wá gbé yín bòbò ẹ̀yin náà wá ń tè. Ẹ wá ń ṣe Yomi is the new Yomi ni Messiah ẹ wò. Ah God ẹ ṣubú o ayé yín bàjẹ́. Ẹnìkan tún wá hold on mò ń bọ̀ máa gbé yín débẹ̀ ẹ mú ẹ gbé ṣe kínní ẹ máa bọ̀ mò ń bọ̀ ẹ̀yin wèrè. Àwọn àṣàna skindles náà kò di risky òun náà wá ṣe tiẹ̀. Àwọn àgbà àṣànà tí wọ́n ń pọ ọmọ ọlọ́mọ aláṣànà Bukky Jesse gbogbo ayé rẹ̀ àṣànà ló fi ṣe kò jókòó lé ó sá lé òun àti Kudi àwọn ọmọ sá lé tí wọ́n ń tẹ̀lé olórin káàkiri at that age in their teen in those days abẹ́ ìyá yín ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ wà ẹ̀yin wá ń pọ ọmọ kan ní àṣànà ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fi gbogbo ẹ̀yin gbogbo oh God ẹ̀yin alábẹ́ lami gbogbo abẹ́ yín ló ń lami káàkiri àdúgbò tí wù yín lẹ máa ń rí ẹ̀yin wèrè. Imagine. Thank you, Don Breezy. I will stay.
So let me do a small recap. I think in a civil society where normal people use just normal common sense, I would have actually thought in a very complex situation that we are today, from the inception, the foundation of this old course, the said grandfather would have actually sort of like adopted a situation where he protects the child, fight everybody vehemently to ensure the protection of the child and the well-being and the mental being of the mother is supreme to the cause. The reason why I'm saying this is simply that when Mohbad was alive, there is absolutely not a single evidence that he ever denied the paternity of the child, the ownership of the child. And he went out there, naming ceremony, and he put his name on the birth certificate. I would have actually thought that when devils stick into the details and in that pudding, we know the devil is sinking inside it. And Yabo Joe and all this VDM and African television and all these people with their innuendos at that time. Joseph Aloba said it wasn't him that was really keen on questioning the paternity. It was the public. I would have actually thought if there is any iota of responsibility of a responsible father and a responsible grandfather and a responsible human being, you would have protected that child. Instead, you allowed Comfy to make thousands of dollars out of dragging your grandson for months on end. Because at this point in time, DNA is not conducted. Anybody's assertions, innuendos were applicable. And it doesn't really matter what you conjure and put together in this course. There is no evidence in any way whatsoever, no audio, no video, to actually instrument any form of notion that Mohbad, may so rest in peace, ever question the paternity of that child. PSAs everywhere, innuendos where applicable. Every single one of us that's ever championed the notion that that child doesn't belong to Mohbad, every one of us, we really need to be ashamed of ourselves. Depending on the argument, the reason why we decide to argue it that way, and the reason why we actually don't think that as we've emerged as adults, can you imagine you being a subject to what they call Omoale in Yoruba and in English, all sort of connotations, and you put that together and you are a child and you are growing up, and there's this notion, you go to school, they're calling you a bastard. You go to church, they're likening you as a bastard. You listen to whispers and you are a child. How would you feel if you go back to 10 days when you can remember yourself the lowest and the lowest in terms of age, 8, 6, 12, and everything you hear everywhere is people saying you are a bastard, 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 because your father is dead. What if the mother and the father are not even alive? Whatever the case may be. What if someone just comes up with something today and actually call you a bastard, and you call them other names, and then you realize that they're actually even publishing something in the newspaper about you being a bastard? How would you feel? Every single one of us listening, I want to say that if you are in Joseph Aloba's shoes today, would you not have done everything within your power to protect that child until such time as whatever shenanigan that is taking place in the family, there's harmony, fighting for properties, fighting for royalty? Now, if you had protected that child with all the virtues within you as a grandfather and as a father, and you are sublime and supreme in your quest to fight everybody, do you think Latisne and Comfy will be where they are today? No. Do you think they would have taken advantage of your weakness? They will take advantage of your weakness. But they would not have been able to, because you would have actually stayed steadfast. You would have issued petitions. Petition Latisne. Petition
before I go, because
anybody that discredits that child and liken that child to a bastard.
IT guy, before I go, because I know very soon it's going to get serious here. Let me just say this.
Carry on.
You know these people, they don't like Mohbad.
Sorry, Otumba. Can you guys just help me tap now? 10K. Let's do 15K now. He's making just tap now. Carry on, Otumba.
Yeah, you know these people, they are pretender, honestly. When Mohbad was alive, these are the same people that bully Mohbad. These are the people that don't trust Mohbad when Mohbad was crying. When he was crying for help, this is the same set of people. They are all here to destroy Mohbad's legacy, honestly. And they pretend they're supporting Mohbad. They pretend they are looking for justice for Mohbad. These people, they hate Mohbad when he was alive, and they still hate whatever Mohbad left behind. That is why they are coming for his mother. That is why they are bullying Mohbad's wife. That is why they are bullying Liam. They don't like Mohbad. They are pretender. They are pretender. How can you like Mohbad? Mohbad is dead, for crying out loud. He's dead. Mohbad is no more. And you keep destroying whatever Mohbad left behind. They keep destroying it. They keep coming for whatever Mohbad left behind. And they will pretend, oh, we love Mohbad. Oh, we want justice for Mohbad. You are not looking for justice for Mohbad. These people, they are pretender. Every one of them. They just want to destroy Mohbad more. They don't care. You will see from some of them. No, Mohbad is not gonna be buried until it gets justice. They just want to waste Mohbad. They don't love Mohbad. If you love Mohbad, you will support that Mohbad should be buried. It's remained there. It's nothing. It is not evidence. It is not for evidence for anything. But these people, they just want to destroy everything about Mohbad. All of them, both Josie and Josie supporters, they just want to destroy every single things about Mohbad. But they hide under that they are looking for justice. Who are you looking for justice for? Mohbad is no more. Let's protect his legacy. His legacy, the Mohbad legacy is what matters most now. If you love Mohbad, if you truly love Mohbad, you will protect Mohbad legacy. But these people, they destroy everything. They destroy his legacy. They destroy Mohbad. Can someone tell me what is left for Mohbad again? When he was alive, he was being bullied, dragging, attacked. And you people are doing the same thing to his legacy. The same thing Mohbad was crying for when he was alive. You, these wicked people, doing the same thing to his son, to his wife, to his mom, to his brother. And you come on social media and you say you are fighting for Mohbad. You are not fighting for Mohbad. You are only here to destroy whatever Mohbad left behind. That is what you guys are doing. Thank you, the IT. I'm gonna go now. We'll come back later.
Tumba, beautiful submission as always. One thing I would like to state, obviously, I have a different take on an opinion on it. Burying Mohbad is nothing to do with me. I don't think it's anything to do with us. I think it's up to the family, subject to their engagement with the government to kind of work out time of burial, reasons for not burying, and reason to want to bury. But otherwise, yes, it's your opinion. At the end of the day, it's welcome. But my take on it will be up to the family to work that out. The system and the government is there. They will get up to that juncture. We still have DNA. They're talking about embedding into the tissue of the decomposed body to find something, whether credible or not credible. The family court has made a decision that yes, the family at loggerheads, they need to get together. They need to sort this DNA thing out. Now, whether you champion DNA or you don't champion DNA, it's going to happen at some point because a court in the land that is superior to most, that actually champions the protection of a child, the mental well-being and the future of a child, and whatever the case may be. I've actually sort of like allowed these two parties to engage. And we know Mr. Joseph Aloba and his lawyers and whatever the case may be are holding this up. But again, to reiterate, burying Mohbad is nothing to do with any of us. It's to do with the family. And when they see judicious enough, where they see sort of like timely enough, or whichever way. They will be with the government. The government will release the body to the family, and the family can do whatever it is the family wants to do about it. And if the government decides right now that they will preserve the body the best of their ability and actually use whatever process, subject to the complexity of this case and responsibility of the state, to keep the body in the morgue, that is none of our business. And as much as our business, which is also not our business, there are a number of questions and places. Is Liam Mobert's son? If it turns out not to be or to be, family will wrangle. People are still suspicious about the urban legacy factor and various other aspects of our innuendos and our suggestive criminal way of looking at things and thinking that he may have a hand in it, even if he turns out not to be the father, even if he volunteers for DNA to be carried out. If it's not mobile and it's not about legacy, who could it be? Could there have been a collusion between the said mother of the child, Cynthia Wumi Adebanjo, whatever the case may be? You see, the thing is, our assertions really as public is there. We can't distance ourselves away from it. So let's keep it real, let's keep it noble. And I am going to say a very big thank you for Otumba. You've been supreme as always. Escapade, you know how we do it. You can see what we have there, Latisne or Comfy. And at the same time, there are two subjects to the matter. We have Vengeance and we have Ishak. These are personalities that are useful to the cause. They're very vocal, very vibrant, ever so present, ubiquitous in all ramifications. They will loan their voices and all that. We know who they are. So whilst we on the quest to sort of like say you stuck, you don't want to sink. If you want to sink, tell us why you want to sink. If you get on either of these boats, tell us which one and which one not. You know how we do it. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I've been listening for a little bit, and I mean, I've seen that everyone that's spoken before me has decided to sink. So I think I might as well just jump in as well and just sink. But
Just to give you a summary, I don't know when you joined, but Akpakwa was the first person to, was my first guest. He did a great job. The very wicked lady joined. She did a great job. And I think they were divided. Akpakpa decided to go for Latisne, and Very Wicked Lady decided to go for Comfy. And Very Wicked Lady's stance on the whole situation is the fact that Comfy has been quite consistent. She had stayed steadfast. And the whole situation has been that she's always followed Baba and she's still in the same place. Akpakpa on the other side went for Latisne. Why? Because Latisne will cut you a little bit of slack. It will not rogue a minor. And at the same time, perhaps is flexible in the way he engages. And he will feel more comfortable alongside Latisne because sometimes it could be a good listener. It could be a good engager. But for what is worth, he will feel safe in his environment. So subsequent to that, obviously, you have people that decided that Otumba, as well as Queen Abiki, they'll rather sink because they don't actually believe their values in either platform or either personality, because they are just rogued. They're not really seeking justice. They're only looking for money. They're only looking for a place in the society to kind of boost their platforms respectively, get the followers and get the monetization. So that is as much as I can give you in terms of summary of how we started and where we are. Right? Take it away.
Okay, yeah, so if I'm going to, I think what everyone is commenting, they should be looking at it from a personal perspective, and this is what I'm going to do. If I look at it from the side of what is happening on Justice for Mohbad and the part I've played in all of these things against Wunmi, there's no reason picking any of them. There's nothing, there's no value I was going to get regarding that in terms of what they say about Wunmi. But on a personal level, as a person, me, Escape, now looking at those two platforms and seeing what they stand for, I would say that, and this is me overlooking, not basing it solely on the Justice Fund, but just basing it on who they are. I think with Latisne is, like we said, is the platform is what it is. It's there mainly for comedy, as far as I'm concerned. And then you can also see that even while they do all of their shenanigans and all those things that they do, they still find time for humor. They find time to unwind. They find time to make people laugh, which is not what you're going to get with Comfy. Comfy is always it's like she's never happy. I've never seen somebody always miserable. And I'm not only talking so she said this about me, he said it about me. No, I'm just looking at them as individuals and what they offer to their camps. I've never, as people, again, let me just digress a little bit. Papariano, you can abuse him, you can disagree with him all you want, but when his show is on, you'd want to listen sometimes because there'll be rumor within it, just like your one and many other platforms. But you can't, Comfy is never happy. I don't know, it's something that I can't, there's no way you can connect. If I want to have a great laugh, I can listen to Latisne. I can listen to them, hear all of their narratives. Some of them are funny, some of them are ridiculous. But with Comfy, she's always war. She's not fighting one person today. She's abusing somebody's daughter or baby, or she's toxic. In that sense, if you look at both of them. And did you mention Ishak and Vengeance as well? Am I talking about them?
Yeah. Carry on.
And then these other two are similar. Ishak, I'm not really, if he speaks, if I'm listening to something, if he's speaking, I wouldn't be able to identify his voice. But from some of the things I've heard, and they say, that's Ishak speaking. He's also another person who just comes up with silly narratives and which is in line with what he believes in. If you are evil, you would do things that would align with your evil ways, if you get what I'm saying. So it is like what his ways would probably sort of align. I haven't met him one-on-one, but from what he's projecting, what he's saying aligns with the kind of person. And then with Vengeance is like Comfy. I've never seen him happy. You can't, even when you are evil, there'll be times that you at least have a break and be human. But these two are always in the beast mode every single second. I don't think they've ever laughed before. If you get what I'm saying. So that is the difference between every one of them is, I'm not going to key into any of their ideologies or any of their silly narratives. But then looking at them, I can listen to him for humor, I can listen to him if I want to laugh, I can listen to see how people can come up with very, very unrealistic narratives. But you can't, if I go to Comfy, I want to listen to her curse somebody, I want to listen to her, and then not even adults all the time. Sometimes she brings babies into it, she brings people's children into it. brings people's father, people that are not even on TikTok. You have an issue with somebody on TikTok, you have bringing their father, their mother, their children, all of those things. And that is the pattern. That is the way she operates every single day. Not a day of rest, not a day of even having fun. She's always frowning. She's never, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You can't have somebody, look at somebody for 2 years and never seen them laugh. I never seen them smile. They're always angry. And the thing is, if you confuse somebody that if you put her in a room alone, she'll still find a way to make a fight. Maybe with a shadow or with the table or with the chair. If she's in a room alone, there will still be fight in that room, even if she's by herself. Vengeance, I think I don't know, maybe he's got a report from the doctor that he needs to calm down. I think his voice is calming down now, but he's still not happy, he's still miserable. And this is what these people are trying to project into the life of somebody they don't even know. You don't know this lady, you don't know the child, and you are trying to project your miserable life onto her. And you mentioned earlier that a child growing up and being called a bastard, and how would they feel? I think this would only happen because of the sort of people that we have that are so toxic to the point that they'll be causing a child and be vigorously demanding the DNA of a child for who the father never had any issues with when he was alive. The children that would call somebody like Liam a bastard would be the children of these people, because I don't see my child growing up, and because I would have to know there's no sense in it. These people were just saying rubbish. These people that are causing Liam and vigorously finding DNA, looking for this DNA they are looking for. Their mind is said that they want it to be negative. It's not that they're even looking for it to be like, oh, we are neutral. Let's even see what happens. They have it in their mind that it will be negative, and they want it to be negative. For what reason, I do not know. So it is the children of these people, because they would have projected their nonsense and probably be telling their children are probably listening to them. Many of them are speaking, you hear their children talking behind, hear their children crying around them. So these are the people that would wake up in the future and be saying, Liam is a bastard, who is your father? If you get what I'm saying. No reasonable person's children would do that.
So Estape, do you think, sorry for the interjection, I think I caught in at the right time. Do you actually believe there is a room for redemption for this? First of all, these two platforms, we then have 4 personalities in total of Comfy, Latisne, Oloriebi, aka Oloriebi, and then Vengeance and Ishak. We know Vengeance and Ishak are blindly following, they're staying steadfast and following Joseph Aloba on one side. And then we know Comfy and Lati. Comfy on one side has been very loyal to Baba. He hasn't changed since the inception. On the other hand, we then have Oloriebi, who's two-faced, who only follows the money, who only follows the number on his platform. Let's get to 1,000 or let's get to 2,000. Do you think there's redemption on these courts for these people? I mean, do we have redemption anywhere soon for these people? Do you actually think a show like this will encourage them to change their ways? I mean, what's your take?
I mean, in terms of redemption, you can see from what I said earlier, with someone like Oloriebi, right? I mean, I'm now going by history from what we've seen. You can see that even though it took, I mean, most of them, it took Baba, the principal, to hurt them. I mean, those that we are hearing from these days are the ones that Baba has blocked, the ones that Baba don't pick their calls anymore. They are not really people that really want to come out and say things the way it is. If Baba was still picking their calls, they wouldn't be here telling us, I know this, I know this, I know this. If you get what I'm saying. With him, I think the redemption for Oloriebi would come from his platform, because the way he is, He runs with whatever comes from that platform. Whatever the platform is bringing is what he runs with. If the platform comes today to say, oh, this is the person who played Mohbad, he will go with that because he needs those people to be with him. He knows that is the way he keeps them. If you get what I'm saying. So in terms of it coming from him directly, I don't think he's retrospective enough to think, oh, this thing, oh, my platform from today, nobody should come and be telling me about they killed Mohbad. We have seen that is the nurse. We have heard the nurse say that she was there. She spoke to Mohbad. It's not something that you would hear from him. But if you get people calling in, all his callers, or you get Onile and things like that saying, but Alati, I don't think we need to be saying this girl did it anymore. We've heard what people have said. There's no evidence whatsoever. He would go along with that because he lives for his platform. And that is why he has a very strong following and he has loyalists on his platform. On the other hand, with Comfy, as someone that has not laughed for 2 years, there must be something really, really deep going on in there. So whatever is inside, whatever is in there that is causing this anger from within and this vibe from within needs to be what should be redeemed first. Not even if you notice that it wouldn't have come from the Wunmi issue. It's something that's been inherent, something that's deep, that there's a healing that needs to be done that will then get her to, because I don't know where it's going to come from. So if there's something deep inside that needs to change, I don't know what her history is. I don't know what trauma she's gone through. Maybe she's had issues in the past, things like that. That is what would need to be fixed. If you get what I'm saying, if that is not fixed, on the surface of it, if you think she's going to be, I can't imagine Comfy coming tomorrow to say, no, let's not drag Wunmi again. No, Wunmi didn't do it. It's not going to come from anywhere. Unless the thing that was planted inside of her, which must have taken root maybe many years ago, is uprooted and taken away, she can then redeem herself and then see that, this path we are going is wrong. With vengeance, that one also, I do not, you can't, when you see, it's when you see people having a break from their evil ways or their vile nature is when you can actually see that, okay, maybe if this, even with York that you would know is Baba's supporter, York makes fun, he enjoys himself sometimes. People like that, I can say, okay, maybe one day York will say, I've enjoyed with York before. One day York might say, with what we've seen so far, I think with me, I think I'm leaning towards this. It can come from him. But you cannot say that for vengeance because you have not even seen his soft side. It's like a wall. You can't penetrate that wall. With him again, maybe he's got trauma, maybe he's got history of things that is inside of him that he needs to heal. So these people Wunmi is not what made them who they are. That thing has been inside of them and has taken root.
Let me walk with you very quickly. I want us to be on the same page. If this conversation with you at this point in time finishes the session, I would love that anyway. I think, people have things to do and all that kind of stuff. So let me walk with you and do some analysis. So when I think between Very Wicked Lady and Akpapa, I was able to sum something up. And then we have Ishak to be analytical and rational. He invites himself and engages with people when he goes to other platforms, because I've actually experienced him on Paparano's platform. To reiterate, to my dismay at the time, before I was able to click the button, it already dropped off. And I was screaming on Paparano's platform, Ishak, come back. This is the IT guy. I want to engage with you. But I think I like him. I like the guy. Vengeance on the other side is more like a robot. He's learned exactly his environment. He's sat down with his master. He's taken the orders. He's worked out how he's going to present it. And when he voices out, it's combustible. It just comes out and just lays it out. Now, the thing is, engaging with vengeance is very tedious. And the tedium is that this guy is got his own script. He's a robot. Ask him any question, he will carry on from where he stopped before you interjected him. Engage with several people, he will just carry on, and he will be talking over everybody, speaking in the background. So he's a scripted guy, he's a robot. He's got his own script. He's going to go through it. The script is long from here to Timbuktu, and he can carry on for the next 24 hours. So he carries on. He's incorrigible. Why? Because if you ask him a question, he goes off on one. And when I engage with him, I slammed him down, slam dunk, because it's not. The guy is not an intellectual, to say the least. He's got a script ready, and he doesn't want to go off course. And if you interject him and you ask him a question, he carries on anyway. He's incorrigible. You can't slow him down. You can't bring him back. You can't tease his brain. It's one-way track. Zombie, zombie, oh zombie, zombie, oh zombie, zombie now go unless you tell him to go. I mean, thing is, it's superior. I've already programmed him. It's got a script, so.
So the IT guy, how do you even analyze or try to even figure out somebody or people that have not laughed or smiled for 2 years?
Okay, I think I'm enjoying that aspect of people with no joy. You see, there are conditions. Some of them, people are clinically depressed. Some people have actually experienced trauma in their lives and they've not been able to kind of speak to someone about it, get a specialist or sit down and talk about it. So they've got an anger inside them. And in terms of institution, the fight against every aspect of life that they believe has failed them. So some of these people, the traumatic aspect of it may have happened in Nigeria, for instance, in the case of Comfy. And then Comfy then came into this course and then found somewhere to hide. And then the pain is still there in the background. On the forefront is that facade to kind of think that I'm comfy, I'm this. No, she is not beautiful. She's angry. When she tries to crack a little bit of smile, behind that smile is a danger that says, you think I'm smiling? If I grab your balls, you are dead. And then, based on the pain that may have been inflicted on them, which, when you say pain, it may not be physical, it may be psychological. They haven't forgiven anyone. We don't know where it is because they haven't spoken to anyone about it. And I think the caricature of that aspect of things in life is that, you can cry more than the bereaved. There is also a condition where you cry more than the bereaved. Your emotions go haywire, and then people in there will start saying, are you sure this child, this girl that is crying like this is not a distant daughter of the deceased? Why is she crying so emotionally? And people start asking questions, but there are conditions based on our pasts. Sometimes we get over it sometimes in life when we have spouses and we have experiences in our past when we are young, And even though you haven't seen especially, the therapy is the fact that you probably speak to your spouse about it. Man up, woman up, and speak to your spouse about it. The confidence you have and the trust you have in that individual. The more you talk about it, the better it becomes. The more you talk about it, the more we see the softer side of you. So when we then have these people who are angry like vengeance and comfy, and you know that their pain is not that Mohbad died. Their pain is not that they knew Mohbad when he was alive. Their pain is not that their emotion is leaning towards the empathy of Joseph Aloba. Is the pain that they've suffered in their respective past, that they found an environment, a platform to want a strike back. They want to kind of go for the vengeance. The vengeance is mine. And when I engage with this guy, if the vengeance is not Joseph Aloba's, the vengeance can never be yours. And vengeance will never be yours. The Bible speaks a lot about vengeance. The vengeance cannot be yours because you've not been troubled. You've not been impacted by the demise of Mohbad. That is not related to you in the shreddest. So it means these people psychologically are asking for help.
And the man is even dancing. Even when he does the shows, he dances, he speaks, he does. You see him. He's the principal that you are killing yourself for. Still finds time to like show.
But he is in pain.
Yeah.
Joseph Aloba is in pain.
Obviously,
Joseph Aloba was spineless. Spineless. When he knew that his son is being rogued. But instead, the best thing he can say is actually that they're showing him the ropes. One fear they are disturbing the spirit of your child. They are destroying the soul of your son. And you knelt there in front of Naira Marley. Naira Marley was caressing his balls in front of you. And you are begging him with your wife, Abosede, whether it's your ex-wife. Mohbad was there. Maybe they doctored the video and they put a sack on his head like Close Clan or whatever a nonsensical, non-spiritual engagement that they were doing. Joseph Aloba, when you had a chance, you did nothing. When you could have cried out, you did nothing. And when you are in your dungeon, when your son died, what did you say? Owo ton wa lo pa. Ajulo, nothing wrong. You see, when things are wrong, the Talakawas, the people that have gone through life with emotions. The Talakawas are the poor people that have been impacted from the supreme and the magnanimity of a benefactor. And then when the Talakawas actually sort of like find their route through lives and they get up to a point where they're able to find work, they want to pay back, ends the emotion. And in that emotion, because someone has solemnly, with their magnanimous and magnanimity, have come out to empower them selflessly, they will carry on the same torch of reaching out and not thinking. And when they work their money and they donate the money and push it out there, they only listen to the likes of Latisne, Pepesne, the Olori Ebi, the official Olori Ebi production and music. Why? Because they have been factored, they have been engineered, they are robots and bots that have been processed to do to them what other people have done for them. They are the Goliaths of the J4M, the people who need other people to think for them. And sometimes when we open a platform like this, we are judicious and we do things in what they call very crude by speaking the truth. They come out angry, very angry indeed. Psychologically, these people have issues within themselves. They need to see specialists. They need to get over all manners of shenanigans that may have been inflicted on them when they are growing up. And then suddenly they just can't seem to find a way. The process of redemption is not mine. The suggestion of the process of redemption is not mine. But I think every single one of us have amendments to do in the way we engage. Just because we engage on this platform with civility and we encourage ourselves to go out there and spread that sort of like coyness, the togetherness, to enlighten people and wake people up from their slumber, for them to understand that the evil deeds that have been instilled into this process to monetize and actually make this their livelihood is wrong. And that's the reason why I will still say there's no anti-justice. Some people are looking for justice and the rest of them are looking to monetize. So, escapade, summarize, and yes, give me a summary.
I think, again, like I always say, I don't have a problem with you being on the opposite side, but at least be human about it. Have at least some what you say. You have people that know you. You have children around you. You have family. Is this something that they will be proud of? Is this something that they would hear and they know is coming from you and that they will be happy with? You can't be cursing. The one about cursing a child, a minor, somebody that you don't even know. That one is not normal. It has to be something. Has to be mental. It has to be something to do with the head, obviously. And people need to start realizing that they're actually looking stupid. You want to show that you're fighting for somebody, and then you go all out. This is why when we were said, cry more than the bereaved. So many people are actually crying more than the bereaved. You are actually doing that because you are even doing more than the person who lost a child. You're doing that because you want to show that, you're loyal. You being loyal to that cause and going extreme about it is actually showing how vile and how evil you are. And it's not something to be proud of. Some of them they're even happy that they are the way they are. Because they've got people who are like egging them on and, in the name of, I have followers, I have viewers. Many of these people would not want you to be their auntie. They would not want you to be their brother. They would not want you to be their sister. They are just there to look, to watch you and see what you are doing. People on Baba's side always say that, Wumi's side, they don't have content. They always stream us, they look for what you are doing and then they say, but you don't go to the theater and be acting. You go to the theater to watch drama. You go to the cinema, you sit down, you watch the comedy, which is what it is. You are giving us drama, you are giving us comedy, and we have to just sit and watch. It's enough. Us watching is the reason why you are doing it, because you know that we will see it and you want to show that you are stupid. So when you say, women's side don't have content, when they want to speak about that stuff, they do that. You see them bring DJs, they dance.
I tell you what's funny about content. In 20 months, Supreme Iron Lady has created content. Olori Ebi's platform has created content. Paparano's platform has created content. Comfy's platform, Karimo, and it goes on. The critical thinkers have also created content. But which content today is actually manifested itself to anything credible that can help us on the cause for justice? Anybody in the comment section?
Exactly. The content you are
We
giving
are
is
catching cruise, man.
you are showing people like in the market. There's when you are in the market and there's somebody dancing naked, maybe a madman is in the market.
Yeah, but Yomi
People
was
stand
going
and
to go
watch.
and do that in Abuja.
People
Yomi
stand and watch.
is going to go to Abuja to go and dance in the street naked.
And then people will just sit back and watch, because that is what happens when you display comedy, you display stupidity and all those things. People would watch, and this is what Wunmi side are doing. We're just watching it. When it's time to do other things, they do it briefly, and then you bring your drama again. We have to watch it. You bring your stupidity. We have to watch it. So you are the content, and you thinking the content you are creating makes sense.
And
No, it doesn't.
really, Escapade, as we're winding down, look, people listening, be mindful. Your mental health is very, very important. Justice for Mohbad is a cruise on the Black app. On this Black app, it is a cruise. Don't go and donate money profusely. Don't raise your expectation and think something is going to come so that when it's dashed, you are psychologically restricted to your bedroom or you're not talking to your family. Your mental health is important. The IT guy is telling you, we are catching cruise on this Black app because we are all blind, and half of us are one-eyed people and the other people are blind people. It's a blind leading blind. So if you think that this Black app is going to give you justice, and people say the people that are really in the cause of justice, it's a waste of space. Why? Because we are just catching cruise. So let's give the platform to our Supreme Iron Man, our Captain America, our Stone Man, Mr. African Television. Let's have you.
I see all those accolades. I don't know if I have to pay for it. I have a title.
They say petition are water and you are water. So what's the problem? You know get
Not
it.
true. I didn't.
You know
I don't say it like that too.
petition are water and you be water. Water. You don't get enemy.
I don't get enemy. Me, I don't get enemy.
You don't get enemy.
I don't get enemy. Hey, you don't say your brother aristocrat. He used my song.
I saw it, and you said you are water. Homie, oh Lord, water.
I don't get enemy.
You don't get enemy. I love that.
Oh boy, you know, this is your topic. There's so many ways to contribute. I've been listening to you since your first panelists came up, even before they came up, and I'm like, where do I enter this topic? You know that guy I told you, I said what you're doing with God.
I have a feeling you've been procrastinating.
Yes, I still am. I still am. I'm like, where do I go? Where do I start? Is it the fact that I told you this will get somebody in trouble? Aristocrat.
You look.
They don't put aristocrat head for platter.
It's not only your Fabi that will come and keep shaking the table now. Every one of us has the table in our own rights, you know.
Well, though. Talking about Yomi Fabi, yesterday we were in court on the FHR fundamental human rights lawsuit, 250 million naira against Yomi and the Nigerian police. So that started yesterday. The Nigerian police did not show up. Our next date is June 8th. I'm hoping they will show up because I really want to prove the legality of all the illegal activities that the Nigerian police has been involved in. That's why I'm doing it. For those who think I'm fighting Yomi, I know they fight anybody. I know they fight Yomi. I'm not interested in seeing anybody go to jail except the killer of Mohbad. So let's put that.
Where's African TV? All right, I'm sure it's gonna hail back. It's gonna come back. Come on, African TV. What's going on?
Because legal operation of the part that I can prove, there's so many parts that are obscure that people don't know, but the one directly involving me that I think has been an illegal action, illegal petition, illegal attempt to arrest me. So I am going to take that as far as I can. Leave.
No, African TV.
Sorry, I'm getting a call. Can you hear me, IT man? Can you hear me, IT guy? IT guy, am I audible?
You are.
IT, am I audible?
You are. If you can hear me.
Yeah, a call came in twice. Yeah, I forget. I'm supposed to put this in on the airplane mode. Hold on, so that we don't get interrupted. Because I really have a lot. I have a lot to contribute to this your topic. Let me hold on. I'm putting my phone on now.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's. Whilst we're waiting for African television to re-engineer its technology, its engagement techie technology. It's saying something about flight mode, but I think if you put yourself in flight mode, you probably won't get anything. Carry on. Okay, let's have Queen Abiki for now until African TV comes back. Queen Abiki, let's have you, please. Queen Abiki, are you there? Queen Abiki ain't there. Okay, African TV will have to come back. Queen Abiki, are you there? Escapade, carry on. Escapade?
Yeah.
Yeah, carry on.
So, as I was saying, just, it's good that you mentioned about mental health. People need to realize that. And I think we on the side of Wunmi, I don't think we have an issue with that at the moment. It's gone, that stage has gone where everyone is waiting to see what's going to happen next. People are waking up in the middle of the night, especially people who live in the US, to see Brekete, hear what Baba is going to say. Everybody running around, going to where Baba is doing another interview. All of that is gone now. It's all flash.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about it, man? Say Paparano is up. Let's go.
Yeah, everybody's running.
Everybody's running. They say this person is up. It's the Bukky Jesse one that kills me. Bukky Jesse is up. Let's go. And I'm thinking, are you guys mad? Are you guys really mad? Because someone is just going to tell you, Mombo, it's okay. No, I can. When you look at a situation where the slogan is, "I'll take you there," that means the host is not ready.
Yeah.
That means you're not ready. Because if you're going to take us there, the moment you open your platform, we are there already. Whether you want to do freestyle or you've got your script. It's either you've got your script or you want to do freestyle. But for you to keep saying, Edru, and then she asks people in the background or whoever she's talking to on another phone or another app, you are not ready. You are not ready.
You'd be hearing, money information, money something. I won't say it now. All of those ones, no one is falling for all that rubbish anymore. That one has
look, what I would like people to understand is that if you have a notion, and the beautiful part of that aspect is you're going to be getting Lions, Universe, and all that. even that one is gone. So if your plight is when you come live, you will make $20 or $30 or $100 and not $200. It's gone. Why? Because the Goliaths are where they are, and the noble people that know what's going on are also where they are. Now, if you open your platform and you're a content creator as well as a host, you know you need to drag a baby to get a lion.
Exactly.
If
Or say you have a CCTV of how Mohbad was killed.
If you are not dragging a baby and Yeti 70 and a comrade are not there to give you lion, you're not getting any lion. See, simple as that. Right? So open your platform and be looking for likes and all this stuff. I mean, the likes just keep the platform going, which is okay. But look, for me, I sit on a platform. I'm using my time, and I want to use my time judiciously. My life is just full of all sorts and good stuff. And then I find time out to engage with my buddies and all that kind of stuff. And I can go to platform. But instead of going to platforms, I sit on the window because the whole process has become mundane. It's become mundane because everybody is talking about the same thing. So if I go to 10 platforms in one day, I would have said the same thing 10 times in 10 different ways. And that's the reason why I don't go to platforms anymore. No disrespect to any host. It's just that there's nothing original anymore. There isn't really something enthralling, enticing, engaging, invigorating that can take you anywhere. So it's the same thing. Right now, people are going to be talking about aristocrat. For the entire weekend, they're going to be talking about Honorable York. Honorable York that has used aristocrat as a bait, as an instrument to re-engineer his comeback against Olori Ebi.
What actually happened, IT guy? I know this.
Yes.
I heard what happened between. I know aristocrat was probably because of what he said on here when he was having to pick between Lati and
Yes.
So what is York and Olori Ebi? What then happened? Are they?
No, let me tell you what I understand. York and Olori Ebi had their beef a long time ago.
Okay.
There is also a notion by aristocrat himself to say York, he is not York's sort of like best pal, and his submissions are not to the pleasure of Pork York, right? Now, when we did the show on Tuesday, someone cut that particular part of the show with aristocrats' testament in terms of its submission. I grabbed it. I actually loved it, and I reposted it, and I'm sure various other people. And I think what we then add are two things. Now, whilst the one I reposted is out there, and someone has got, it's like a snippet in it that you only just cornered aristocrats, yeah? What's his name? Pork York then picked it up, went on, I don't know whether he opened his platform because he found an opportunity. He first of all teased Olori Ebi that he has something that he thinks he should play. I don't know how the approach happened. Olori Ebi did not play it because sometimes if something is coming from your old adversary, you need to kind of think whether they want to drop you in it. So he did not play it. And I'm sure he probably listened to it first. Now, Oloriebi is not the most English guy, and I think he would not have been able to decipher things to a certain extent. Now, whilst they've sent it to Oloriebi and he's still pondering, scratching his head about what is in there and all that kind of stuff, Pork York then opened shop and decided to analyze
To analyze the
aristocrat
video.
submission on his platform. Now, whilst he's doing that, people are screenshotting it, people are listening, and the Talakawas was pinned down. Now, let me tell you something. When I listened to Pork York's platform, which was recorded and replayed, now, when they finished listening to Aristocrats, they got their dictionary out. They flipped over to the B side of the dictionary and went into the synonyms. So what they did is to dissect Aristocrats' submission, pick up on all the words, and look for the synonymous factor items within it and translate it into the most derogatory aspect of which they can describe it to people on Latisne's platform, and they just lost it. Why? They would not have been able to decipher it in English, but someone is transcribing it in Yoruba and using all manners and all form of derogatory comments that they can find. And when that then got to Oloriebi's platform, they just lost it there. Do you get it?
Yeah, yeah.
And then from that point on, they are now focused on the English version, the true version. They are focused on the watered down version that is being dropped down to the gutters, that has been presented to the general public. And these people being so gullible, and actually the same problem we are saying is that they are so illiterate. They did not listen to it, dissect it on their platform. They decide to lean off what Pork York, who is throwing daggers at Latisne, is saying. And obviously, by the time they went irate and got really disgusted and really ready to kill Aristocrat, Aristocrat then took himself to their platform. So now go and kind of soften the old madness to sort of like say, when I say Talakawas, this is what I meant by it. Obviously, Oloriebi is not receiving it the way Aristocrat would have expected, because Oloriebi's interpretation is the watered down one, the dagger that Pork York threw at him. But I think, in effect, in essence, Aristocrat kind of did well in the end to kind of express himself in terms of, I think, the Talakawas kind of things, which will lean you towards impoverishment and all that kind of stuff, to kind of say that these people are Talakawas, they are poor people who are donating money blindly and they don't know what they are doing and all this kind of stuff. And obviously, that also leaned towards the aspect of not being enlightened, being illiterate, and all that kind of stuff. And then that shenanigan obviously stems from there. And I think I went on a platform today and I said to them, you know, I'm the IT guy. I'm notorious and I don't give a fuck. But if it was me, you would not have got shit, no jack shit from me. And then someone said, that means that you have something against Oloriebi. I said, fuck Oloriebi. Let Oloriebi go and die in the gutters. I don't give a hoot about him. But if I've got to speak about him, I will talk about him, because if he has the opportunity to talk about me, him and his comrades will do the same thing. So when I have the opportunity to speak about you, I will give it large. You understand? I will give it everything that I can give it, so that when you counter it and come up with yours, mine would have taken you places. Because I keep warning people, I'm a volcano. I hit the ground running. I go into the sediments. I go all the way down, kill all the rocks, hit the volcano, and I erupt with it. That means I'm ready to face. If I've got my truth to say, my truth is not a truth, but what I've got to say is supreme to me. And when I say it, oh, come on. I know how the media work and all the media. You cannot. You see all this nonsense they talk about. Last time, what's her name? Puff Ed Crunch Queen was saying that she's recorded this is litigation and all that. I'm thinking, go to hell where you belong. Because when the judicial process, when the process of understanding and process of engagement realized that you fell foul, seeing that malpractices is taking place, and you did not tell the public what was going on, you are culpable. And you should tell the public how Joseph Aloba and Muyiwa started the thievery of which you knew about and did not tell the public about, then encourage the public to carry on donating money. Do these people actually think we are dullards? Crunch Queen, Supreme Iron Lady, Chairman, and Chairman has redeemed himself. Chairman is my friend, is my mate, just like African TV. But if African TV messes up, I'm going to lambast him in public. Well, African TV knows. I'm critical of him. I'm watching him. If I've got to say something good about Yomi, I will say it. If I've got to say something bombastic and bombastic about him, I'm going to go for it. So his followers don't like me. Baba's followers don't like me. Even Paparano's followers don't like me anymore. Because I've got something to say about Paparano. He's my friend just like anybody else, African TV. I say what I need to say. And Paparano is not even struggling. He's taking it with a pinch of salt. Just like Chairman came to my platform yesterday and said that I haven't had anything. I don't know anything. And we are men, and in the League of Men, we need to know when men engage, it's not about forgiveness, it's about understanding. If you find a man that is looking for another man to forgive him, is a woman in disguise. It's an hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite is not a man. Because a man will just, forget about it. Give me a bottle of Guinness. Give him a shoe. Give him suya. Or give that one fish. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know? And that is how we operate. That's how we engage. That's who we are as men. African television, are you there? You want to take it away?
I'm here, my brother, my friend.
Go for it. Go for it.
First time I hear somebody call me friend on Justice for Mobile.
Yeah, but you know I'm your friend.
I know.
I'm your number one nemesis. If you mess up, I'm your number one nemesis.
Don't worry. I trust you. Look, let me tell you something, IT man. In the league of men, you're an alpha male. Let me give you that credit.
Oh, thank you. Let me clap for myself. Fire away.
All right. The reason I say you're an alpha male is when you started today, I was listening and I'm like, this guy is going to get himself in trouble with all this truth. You know, I've actually commented this to you on some of your blogs. And the truth is, men are not afraid to get in trouble. You know, Yoruba say, so you are walking the walk and you're talking the talk. So it's good. Now, again, I want to ask you, part of the reasons I didn't want to come up earlier is I'm thinking of an angle to engage you on this, your series, where you're bringing up names. And like I said the other day, I advised you, I said, this is going to get some people in trouble. And true to my word, they've already got an aristocrat on the platter of gold where they want to chop up his head. Now, is it worth it? Because This is the first time I've actually seen anybody or heard anybody.
No. The last time it was your balls on the chopping board.
No, me. That for me being chopped is every day. That one is natural. They chop me every day. I'm even surprised.
Exactly. No, what happened? Yeah, carry on. Anyway, carry on.
You know, that me, I know that once I speak, bullets will fly. You know, so me, I'm not bothered about them. But the wise man himself getting chopped up for me is a new one. Them going after aristocrat. Another side of it that I don't quite understand is aristocrat going to justify himself to these numbnuts. So I see reasons, you know, for me the good side is we're men. We'll walk anywhere, we go anywhere, we tell our truth. You know, so him going there for me was okay. But on the other hand, I'm like, why did he even have to bother? Because he already knows.
Yeah. Let me take this one.
All right.
Aristocrat is a diplomat. And there is no magnanimous format in the process. I think aristocrat is an engager. And when you engage, you find yourself in an enclave, and there are troubles in the land, and the voice from your community is the one that actually causes disharmony. We get up to a point where we get our loggerheads and we get the elders in different aspects and all that kind of stuff. Aristocrat put himself out. He was a leader. He was an elder. Calculating in his move. If you play chess, there are different kind of moves in the opening, and there are different type of kill in the middle part of the game and the end part of the game, and then you are out, and it's checkmate. Aristocrat, am I audible? It's a wonderful man.
Yeah, you're loud and clear. Continue. You're loud and clear.
It's a very thoughtful individual. And if the king's men are there and the king's makers are there, aristocrat will be the wise one. He's always been the wise one, and I've given him that kind of accolade as a wise one. He then came up with communicologist. And I laughed.
Baba communicant. Ó lọ communicant wọn ní lórí Latisne.
So as a communicologist as he is in all his within his character, he deemed it fit, obviously, to go over to the other side. So, African TV, please mute yourself. To kind of, when you anticipate that there's going to be problem, and you preempted that problem, and you also know it can go on and on and on, but if it does, it will be aristocrats, not even the IT guy, that opened the platform and cause all the trouble, not even the IT guy. So instead of the culprit being the IT guy, it then turns out to be aristocrat. But no, I really have to give it to him. All jokes apart, it did something that I'm proud of, because I always say this thing about being civil, and the word civility, I probably use it 1,000,000 times in a week. And he's anticipated it, and he's preempted it, and he did the right thing. Regardless of how anybody looks at it, if it is indeed true and solemn that we are all looking for justice, any form or shape or ways we find a reason to want to stop this harmony. Anything you do to ensure that doesn't happen is go to the cause. So I think Aristocrat did the right thing. Is more of a man that I am. Maybe then you describe me as an alpha male. So in one side, I will be supreme, and on the other side, I will fail completely. Because if I give Aristocrat 100%, I will give myself minus 100, because I'm going to go there and lambast and destroy everything. I'm not a super destroyer or anything, but for me, what is combusting in there and all the
IT, you see what you said? IT, sorry, what you said now. That's why he's going there for me is a 50-50. I still don't know where to place it because do they hold on, do those guys deserve the explanation from Aristocrat? Do we not know the caliber of people they already are? With all this explanation that he did, do you think he changed anything?
Okay, let me tell you where Aristocrat was coming from. Okay. Aristocrat said what he had to say. No big deal. The show lasted 9 hours. Started from somewhere, mid-range, finished somewhere. We did not come, even when we did the introduction, to come and desecrate anybody's character. But Pokyok took advantage of Aristocrats and used that as a dagger against Oloriebi. And that's the reason why Aristocrat quickly went in there to ensure that Pokyok's wings were clipped. If Aristocrat hadn't actually gone in there to suppress Pokyok's, how can I put it, hijacking, and someone who found something so cheap to go and attack someone else, the opportunism that is in there is what enraged Aristocrats. Aristocrat did not go in there for you to think that he's weak, but he went in there to suppress what Pokyok was trying to do, to use Aristocrat as a tool to fight a battle with Oloriebi. Let me clap for myself.
I will soon tag you, Mr. Clapper.
You get it? So that's what it is. And that's the reason why Aristocrat had to go in to ensure that even if Oloriebi is going to be irate about it, the actual kind of foundation of the shenanigan wasn't what Aristocrat said. It's what Pokyok want to use as a tool to tease Oloriebi. Am I getting there?
Yeah, your point is clear. However, for me, the subject matter being that Poky boy, the Poky boy, that you see, the Poky boy would not change anything because it's in his nature to be as stupid as he is.
Yeah, but
so Aristocrat. Huh?
He was trying to use Aristocrat.
I know, but we understand something called silence is the best answer for a fool. Now, let me tell you where I find issues with this. We are now giving credence to Pork Boy, talking about Pork Boy, giving him relevance when Aristocrat should have just ignored him. You know, you did not say anything bad to Olori Onwowere. Since you didn't say anything bad about Olori Onwowere, you actually gave your opinion. And even for me, when Aristocrat was talking, I was like, Aristocrat is being diplomatic with these guys. Me, I will call Were. I know they put perfume on top of shit. Aristocrat actually placed a lot of perfume on Olori Were, to be frank with you. If I really want to analyze Olori Were, which I did a little bit on your platform, So now aristocrat taking himself there for me is like, in a way, he also gave relevance to Oloriwere, because Oloriwere, he does not deserve explanation from certain quarters. We know they are thieves. We know they are idiots. We know they are gullites. So why bother even trying to explain to them? The only way I would have gone there is, well, aristocrat actually said something that Oloriwere has transformed to some extent his platform, which truthfully I see that myself, that recently, maybe in the past 2-3 months, is a little bit coming up to standards. But for aristocrat, to go there, he could have done this on his enclave, or he could have done it somewhere like Paprano would have been ideal for me, because if you go into a madman's house, they could have changed it for him yesterday, but fortunately they didn't change it for him. But for the future, I wouldn't entertain any one of those guys. And it took me a while to learn that, from people like Paparano, that don't go everywhere, don't go everywhere. Because I used to do that shit. They lie on me, I jump there. They call me name, I jump there. But it doesn't change who they are. It does not change them.
Yes. Of a subject that people won't like me mentioning, who is natural. And these are the kind of points I was trying to make. Yeah, I sit on the windows a lot. I'm the king of sitting on the window. The queens are there. Very wicked lady will be the queen. And we're going to hold hands. We're going to go to the altar and get married for window sitters. So we are the window sitters, male and female. So I sit on windows, and people talk about me, positive, negative, whichever. I don't give a hoot, but I learn from it. I won't react. I won't come up. I did this morning when some youngies, the Gen Zs, opened a platform and talking about the same thing from yesterday, and they coming off Rockers saying that it's been resolved. And I'm saying it's only resolved when the IT guy says so. This whole thing emerged from my platform and is not settled until I finish Oloriabi. And that's the reason why I opened my platform today, to finish him off the cliff. So he can go into the recording, find it anywhere, and listen to the story of his life. Right? So, this whole thing is my platform. We engage. Aristocrat is his own person, never engaged with me. I was on Wicked Lady's platform last night. I was tired. I was sleeping. I was listening to Gurexi. I think, what's his name? Aristocrat was having some connection difficulty, but even when he did, whether he's playing it or whatever, he wasn't going to engage with Gurexi. And I think that Mr. Kumar came in and all sort of a little bit of diluted kind of incongruous engagement happened and all this kind of stuff, which is, I really enjoyed that, but I had to sleep at some point. Then woke up and these Gen Zs are saying their own thing, and I went up there. I lambasted the whole lot of them. They say it's been settled. I said, it ain't no bloody settled. This CIG guy is my platform, and I challenged Oloriabi to come to my platform. I'm going to lambast him and give him the story of his life, which is where I got to today. So Aristocrat is going to do what he has to do, just like anybody else. Oloriabi, Comfy, Supreme Iron Lady, anybody, come on. I'm here. Use your fake account to listen to me and record me. Think you're going to get me. The reason why nobody can get me, because I'm me. And if you don't know me, you can never get me, because I'm dynamic. I'm combustible. I'm bombastic.
How can you engage Olori Oloriwere?
I can.
What language are you going to speak for him to understand?
I have engaged with vengeance before he ran away on Kule's platform.
Okay, I look forward to that. I look forward to that day, because I don't think you guys. It's not about Yoruba. You see, you're missing it. It's not Yoruba. It's not about Yoruba English. your level of communication, the input, the
We need to
ideology.
try. We need to try.
Uh-uh,
Don't knock it
uh-uh.
off. Don't knock
They
it
say,
off.
they
We need to
say,
try.
they say good radiance to garbage. Leave them
Yeah,
in
but
their
don't
world.
you
And
see the
then,
thing is, look. Let me tell you something. The Supreme Iron Lady and myself, we don't see eye to eye. If she comes to my platform, I can drop everybody and engage with her and we'll be fine. And I can go to her platform if I have to and we'll be fine. Crunch Screen can open her platform and we'll be fine. I go to MFM,